everybody, and welcome to the very first FWA versus ROH event. I'm your host Tony Giles alongside Nick London.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the jam-packed York Hall in Bethnal Green. Tonight, it's Frontiers of Honor. For the first time ever, several of the stars of the Ring of Honor are coming over to the United Kingdom to take on their FWA counterparts. Tonight, Tony, what have we got for them?
Very first, kicking off the event, Nick, we're going to see James Tye take on the ECWA 2003 Super 8 winner, Paul London. Closely followed by Jack Xavier taking on the one and only ECW legend, Mikey Whipwreck.
And also, don't forget, it's going to be the FWA debut of Birchall. He's going to take on the Duke of Danger and Simmons, Hampton Court, tonight. And then we're going to cap off part one with the rematch to end all rematches. It's going to be AJ versus my new best pal, Johnny Storm.
You know, Nick, the less said about Johnny Storm in my eyes, the better. But at the moment, James Charles has just entered the ring. Let's kick things off.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the top young lions in the FWA, James Tye, is on his way to the ring to meet possibly the hardest challenge he's ever had to date in the form of Ring of Honor's own Paul London. James Tye, he's fantastic. We consider him almost the first son of the FWA Academy. And tonight, Tony, do you think this is the night that maybe his stock is going to rise?
You know what, Nick? James Tye is somebody I've had my eye on for a very, very long time. Ever since his debut in the FWA, you could see there was something there, but it just took something to bring it out of him. I think it was dumping his former mentor, Mark Sloan, that made James Tye realise the talent he had and took him up to the next level. Very first time he's over here, Nick, and he's over representing the Ring of Honor versus FWA. It's the ECWA 2003 Super 8 tournament winner, the one and only Paul London, trained by none other than Shawn Michaels and Rudy Boy Gonzalez. These two men are so evenly matched. This is going to be so hard to call, but Nick, I cannot wait.
No, neither can I. Paul London, as of late, over the last few months in the Ring of Honor, his game has improved tenfold. He recently held the #1 contendership trophy, and that is quite prestigious in the Ring of Honor competition. However, tonight, it's not about the Ring of Honor #1 contendership trophy or any titles. It's all about the spirit of competition. FWA versus Ring of Honor. Referee Andrew Coyne now getting Paul London to the corner to check his ring boots. I'm not sure he's quite used to this, but he's going to have to because he's fighting over here in the United Kingdom.
As we see both men, Nick, the obligatory handshake must start the match. When we have the handshake, then things can get underway.
FWA and Ring of Honor officials spent ages trying to compromise on the rules for tonight. However, the handshake was kept in. For the spirit of competition, I think it's a fantastic idea. Both men have shook hands, and now we're ready to wrestle.
As Paul London slowly making an advance there toward James Ty. Both men circling the ring as they go in for the lockup.
And there they are, James, nice arm drag. James obviously making a statement there about his technical prowess. Both these men, as you said, so evenly matched. Technically, high flying, you name it, they're even.
Back in once again, and Paul London takes over James Ty this time.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Paul London is making a statement right back at James.
It's very early on in the match, Nick, excuse me there. What do you think we're going to see out of this match, Nick? Is it going to be technical? Is it going to be high-flying? As James Ty now goes in with a waistlock, Paul London reverses the waistlock his own, James Ty back again, Paul London, and they both part.
Both men desperate to jockey for position there. If you can get behind, then you can control the match. You can set it to your own pace, and you've got the advantage, and that's what these two men want. Both these men are under a huge amount of pressure here, Tony. Both men want to get the first point in this Ring of Honor versus FWA competition.
You know, Nick, it has to be a little bit daunting. It's Paul London's first time over here wrestling in the UK, and he walks into York Hall Bethnal Green. He sees the over 1,000 capacity crowd, and he's wrestling James Ty. He's got to have butterflies. For me, I'm going to give the advantage to James Ty.
Well, I'm not sure who's going to win this match, but whoever. I say the man who wins this match, that company will eventually win the whole tournament. The first point is so important. Paul London now, desperate to hold on to that headlock. But Tony, let me remind you, the last time James Ty was in Bethnal Green, York Hall, he had that phenomenal triple threat match against Raj Ghosh and Jack Xavier. Let's see if he can give us another match of the year candidate right here tonight.
Paul London still with a vice-like grip there. James Ty tried to break the headlock, but Paul London keeping it firmly on. James Ty now with some blows to the abdomen of Paul London, and he sends him off into the ropes.
Paul London knocks down James off the ropes. He goes over James. Oh, standing moonsault! And James was not expecting that. And now Paul London goes to kick to the head but misses, and James with a waistlock.
James Ty with the waistlock there. Paul London, both men back up to his feet, in with the wristlock. A forearm there to James Ty, sends him off into the ropes.
James reverses, he ducked that clothesline, goes for a drop kick and nails it. Both men were down, both men are up. Now James off the ropes, oh, moonsault drop kick.
At the moment, Nick, it's been move for move, it's been very even. In a match like this, the only way I can see you would get an advantage would be whoever makes the first mistake. I know it's a bad thing to say, but whoever makes that first mistake, I can see coming out on the losing end. All it's going to take is one tiny slip up, and one man will have the advantage.
You think that's a terrible thing? I say that's fantastic. This is what the spirit of competition is all about. You got to be perfect to win in the FWA and Ring of Honor. Paul London now wailing away at James Ty. It's a good thing the yellow and red card system is taken out, because you've got to believe that one of these men could have received the yellow already. James now with the reversal. James in the corner. Paul London follows. James Ty back drops him over the top rope. The block of the hand. Forearm on his own. And Paul London now over the top. Oh, and a lovely head scissors takedown.
A nice vaulting head scissors there, taking James from one side of the ring to the other. Paul London goes with the baseball slide through the legs. James Ty goes with the kick, and Paul London, a lovely spinning heel kick, taking James Ty down.
Sweet Mother Mary, that was a hell of a kick, and now another moonsault drop kick. Paul London in control.
Have you ever seen a drop kick as nice as the way Paul London does it, Nick? He puts that extra little bit of flair in. And Nick, James Ty goes with an awesome monkey flip there. Paul London sent up, and he's going for the top rope. And
Paul London to the outside. That was beautiful, Tony. James Ty used a nice technical shove to shove Paul London to the outside. Paul London just smacked his jaw across the railings on the outside, and that could be... Oh, wait a minute. Tony, Looks like Paul may be favouring the arm over there.
Nick, it looks as though it's just reiterated the point I just made. Whomever makes the first mistake is going to be at a loss. It looks as though Paul London may have damaged his arm, or his elbow when he crash landed onto the guardrail. James Tye has noticed it, and it looks as though James Tye is maybe going to try and work over that one area of the body, try and get FWA 1, Ring of Honor 0.
You know what, James Tye, you started out as Mark Sloan's lackey, but look how far he has come. He is now on the verge of beating Paul London. James could very well get a great round. Oh! Lovely arm wringer there, it looked like. James is on the verge of breaking out to the United States to join Johnny Duggan Jody over the pond.
You know what, Nick? I think it's a little bit too early to count out Paul London, yet he is a phenomenal competitor. Saying that, though, James Tye is basically just working over that one area, but Paul London goes with a reversal there, and he has got a wrist lock, trying to shake the pain out of his arm as James Tye... Oh! Awesome leg snap there. Oh, it looks as though he had the elbow, but he was also going for the wrist as well.
Tell you what happened, Paul London was trying to isolate the arms of James Tye, but because, oh wait a minute, it's going to top it, but Paul drags him down. James with a kick. Let's see where he can go here. James now over the top, misses. Oh, sweet, beautiful kick to the face of James there. Paul London in control. Where's Paul London going?
Paul London's on the outside of the apron. He's signalling for something. I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh my lord! Shooting star press from the outside of the apron. Nick, there's like 5, maybe 6 inches gap out there, and he managed to shooting star press. But you saw the look of pain on his face. It's obvious that he's just hit his arm. He's hit his elbow. He may have taken James Tye down, but has he done himself some damage as well?
That was slamtastic, quite frankly, Tony. And now Paul London is working over the corpse of James Tye. However, you've got to wonder whether that arm's going to come back to haunt Paul London. He is obviously injured, and you don't want to be injured in a match against James Tye. Lovely roll up off the springboard. 1, 2, but a kick out.
Springboard Oklahoma roll there, but it wasn't enough for James Tye. Now, Nick, every time Paul London is using that arm, basically he's hurting himself. But at the moment, it doesn't matter because all he cares about is winning this match.
James Tye now with a waist lock. He's going for a German, but no, Paul London rolls him up. 1, 2, the kick out.
A kick out there from James Tye. Paul London, awesome enziguri, takes James Tye over.
Gorgeous step up enziguri there by Paul London, and now he's got the cover. 1, 2, not quite.
At the moment, basically, Nick, Paul London is wrestling this match with one arm. You can see him clutching it. He doesn't want to use it, but he will if he has to. He'll do what it takes to make sure that Paul London leaves a lasting impression in the York Hall Bethnal Green. Awesome senton bomb there. Did hurt James Tye, but you can see the pain on Paul London's face.
Paul London now, 1, 2, 3. Very close. I would have thought I could have got the free count. Paul London there drove the wind out of James Tye. But James still had the energy, the kick out. Paul London now, a couple of unceremonious kicks to the back of James. And now he's got him in the corner. He's going to launch him out, but James is holding on for all he's worth.
You see what James Tye is doing there? He's blocking Paul London, but he's also wrenching the arm every time, causing more pain to Paul London. As Paul London up onto the second rope.
Oh, but James reverses! No, wait, he's got him! He's hooked him at one strength, bridging! Oh, that was gorgeous. 1, 2, 3, no!
It was a bridging fall-away slam there, Nick. Sorry to cut you off. James Tye looks as though he thought that was going to be it, but Paul London still managing to get that badly injured arm up as James Tye now into the ropes sends Paul London off.
And now Paul London reverses, but James, gorgeous German suplex. 1, 2, 3, no!
Oh, so close, Nick, the cross-arm German suplex. Every move James Tye is doing, no matter what it is, suplex, arm wringer, it's all focused on one thing, the injured arm of Paul London.
London has true heart and spirit. It's not surprising that his surname is London. He's a winner, Tony, and you know it. And there it is. Oh, sit down in Zaguri. No, sorry. Urinati suplex by James there. Could he get the win? No, not quite.
As you see Paul London trying to lay some elbows into James Tye's head there. Every time he's using that arm, he's trying to get some offense, but basically he's hurting himself even more. James Tye seems to be signaling for something. Is this going to be the end for Paul London?
James charges in. Nice knee there. Looks like he might be going for another one.
Nice knee. Aim for the shoulder. Maybe got some of the elbow as well. As he's going now, he's off 1, 2. Oh! Taking Paul London down using his arm. Nick, Paul London, whole world of hurt. James Tye knows what he needs to do. I think James Tye has the right idea.
I've never seen a man be dissected technically like James is doing to London here. But James, Asai moonsault to the outside, wiping out both men. Remember the FWA rules where the 20 count still applies here. If one of these men are counted out, still, it's a win for the other man.
As we see referee Andrew Coyne checking on both men outside, he's telling Paul London he's got to get back inside the ring if he wants to make it a victory with honour, Nick. That's the way it's going to be. A pinfall or a submission. None of this count-out business as James Ty goes in for the pin.
I imagine that James wouldn't want to win via count-out, and neither would London. James now sending up London into the corner. Could we be seeing a superplex maybe, Tony?
Nick, James Ty can be awesome on the top rope, and so can Paul London. It looks as though James Ty may be setting up. He's got hold of the arm. Is he maybe going for an arm breaker off
Paul
the top
London's
rope?
fighting away. Pretty much James. Could he be going for the London Star Press? But no, James cuts him off.
It's what I'm thinking, Nick. Paul London on the top rope is a dangerous thing, especially if you've got a London Star Press looming over you. Although James Ty is going, it looks as though he's going to go for an arm breaker. A snapmare off the top rope. James Ty is down. Paul London is signalling for something.
But James once again cuts him off. Paul London is desperate to hit the London Star Press, because if he can hit it, it's going to be 1 point to Ring of Honor, because it'll be all she wrote. But James is going for the superplex. Can he get him over? But London reverses.
London reverses, sending James Ty face first. Paul London's up. Oh, we're going to see it, Nick. Is this going to be it?
London Star, no!
Oh my lord, Nick, he went for it, he hit it, he missed! James Ty had the smarts to roll out of the way as he rolls through, and he goes up and he's going
Here we go, formidable, Titanic!
And he hits it perfectly. Come on, James.
This has got to be it! Wait a minute, James is standing, shooting star press. 1, 2, 3!
Nick,
that's it, Tony!
It's all over, Nick. FWA 1, Ring of Honor 0.
FWA 1, Ring of Honor 0 indeed, but it's still early days in the competition. James Ty is your winner. James Ty has got the early lead for the FWA. But coming up next, Tony, Jack Xavier is going to have a lot on his plate, because he's going to take on the former ECW legend, Mikey Whipwreck.
Wow, Nick, that is an amazing match, but I cannot believe the match we have just seen. Two young veterans already in this business. They haven't been in it very long. They were very evenly matched all the way through the match, but James Ty managed to use the advantage towards the end and come out on top. FWA 1, Ring of Honor 0.
Look at this. It's not necessarily about the winning or the losing. It's about the competitive spirit of the day. However, you've got to believe that if it wasn't for the injured arm of Paul London, which James Ty handed to him early in the contest, Paul London would have had a fighting chance. This was a true battle of the young lions, Tony. James Ty came out on top. Congratulations to James Ty, but also congratulations to Paul London, who came over to the United Kingdom and gave us a match to really be proud of.
You can see James Ty, Ring of Honor, FWA. Two companies fighting for the same thing, the spirit of competition.
What a great start for the FWA, but we're going to see if Ring of Honor will be able to catch up. There's still a lot more to come, but I'll tell you one thing, this match has set a very high standard for the rest of the evening to follow. And coming in now is referee Steve Linsky to referee the next match, and well, he's not a very popular man, is he, Tony?
Well, to be honest, Nick, no, he's not. But the two men that are going to be in this next match are...
Ladies and gentlemen, and now makes the score 1 point to the FWA. Our next contest is our second match of FWA Ring of Honor tournament.
We see Jack Xavier making his way to ringside, slapping the hands of some of his fans, Nick. Jack Xavier made his debut in the FWA a little over 2 years ago, answering an open challenge issued by the show stealer Alex Shane. Now, although he wasn't able to win the match on that night, what he did manage to do was open the eyes of some of the FWA fans and open the eyes of the FWA management. Ever since that day, there's been a fire burning inside of Jack Xavier, trying to get better and better. This has led him to classic matches against the likes of Doug Williams, Flash Barker, and the All England champion, the Zebra Kid. Will tonight be any different? Will tonight be the night that Jack Xavier goes one up against the ECW legend, Mikey Whipwreck?
It was an absolute crying shame, Tony, when Jack Xavier was looked over for Rookie of the Year. But you've got to believe that a win over the ECW legend will more than make up for it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking upon a true legend in wrestling. This is former ECW's Mikey Whipwreck. In ECW, he was one of the very few competitors to hold the Triple Crown. That is the World Television, the Tag Team, and the World Heavyweight Championship. He's also had a former stint in the WCW Cruiserweight division. He is a true veteran in every meaning of the word, and you've got to believe, Tony, he's going to be bringing all this raw experience, and he's going to use it at the expense of the young Jack Xavier.
You know what, Nick, looking at this match on paper and looking at it in person as well, Mikey Whipwreck has such a huge advantage over Jack Xavier. He was in ECW, he was in WCW, he was even in the WWF for a short period of time. He actually wrestled Taz on WWF Raw. All of these years of experience have got to weigh heavily in Mikey's favour. But what Jack Xavier does have on his side is youth. Are we going to see more quickness from Jack Xavier? Are we going to see some more elaborate moves from Jack Xavier? Or is it going to be ring smarts and ring veteran Mikey Whipwreck walking out with the win?
Yes, Jack Xavier is a much nippier competitor, but that's because Jack Xavier, like Mikey Whipwreck, doesn't have years of being battered over the head with a steel chair and doing these ridiculous falling from the top of the ring apron to the cold concrete.
That's right, Nick. As we see Mikey Whipwreck, is he going to get into the ring, Nick? Mikey Whipwreck seems like a strange character to me. He's a little bit all over the place.
He's a little, well, let's put it this way, Tony. He's a few sandwiches short of a picnic. He really does have a few screws loose in his noggin, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean, Nick. But this match, looking at it from a wrestling point of view, this should be absolutely off the charts awesome. The second match on Frontiers of Honor, Mikey Whipwreck versus Jack Xavier.
Jack Xavier and Mikey Whipwreck, they have a lot of similarities. I'm sure just by looking at them that you can see it, Tony. Jack Xavier might want to look at Mikey Whipwreck real close, because Jack, if you continue the way you're going, that's your future, bucko.
As you hear the sound of the bell, Nick, the second match of Frontiers of Honor is underway. Mikey Whipwreck versus Jack Xavier.
You can hear the fans are passionate here tonight, Tony. First they're chanting one company name, and then they're chanting FWA. You've got to believe that Jack Xavier will be fueled by the enthusiasm of the fans here tonight. It's going to be Jack Xavier versus Mikey Whipwreck. Mikey Whipwreck will be looking to bring the points. 1-1 for Ring of Honor and FWA. Meanwhile, could Jack Xavier possibly make it 2-0 for the FWA here tonight?
You know, Nick, I've noticed something from the beginning of this match. So far, Mikey Whipwreck hasn't shaken the hand of Jack Xavier. Is this a case in point that Jack Xavier hasn't earned Mikey Whipwreck's respect yet? Or is it that he just doesn't think Mikey Whipwreck's worth wasting his time on?
Well, let's be honest, Mikey Whipwreck has done it all. He has done the years, he has put in the wrestling, he has put in the blood, sweat and the tears. Jack Xavier, the only thing he's got over Mikey Whipwreck is that Jack Xavier has the best sideburns in the business. But that's it, Tony, that is it. If Jack Xavier wants the respect, he's going to have to earn it here tonight.
It's true, Nick, and I couldn't think of a place where better for him to earn it in the York Hall Bethnal Green, facing none other than Mikey Whipwreck as we get set for the first lockup.
And there we go, both men now struggling, so who's going to get a hold, but no, Mikey Whipwreck brings Jack into the corner. Well, let's see if Mikey's going to give a clean break. He's not going to, no, Jack got the clean break. The code of honor runs through the veins of Mikey Whipwreck here tonight.
Of course, referee Steve Linsky inside the ring to make sure all the rules are upheld. Mikey Whipwreck and Jack Xavier circling the ring, circling each other, ready to get it on.
And here we go in the second lockup. Let's see who can get a position here. Jack manages to get Mikey into the corner. Mikey's got his foot in the ropes where we see a clean break. And Jack gives him that break.
Jack Xavier backing away, much the same as Mikey Whipwreck did. A lot of respect shown from Jack Xavier to Mikey Whipwreck. It would be nice if Mikey Whipwreck would do the same for Jack Xavier.
They may both dress a little nutty, but let's be honest, both of these men are very honourable competitors. You know that, Tony, and so do I. This should be a fantastic match and a very appropriate one. Here we go, lock up, and there's Mikey Whipwreck. Very solid basic headlock there. And so Mikey's got the advantage to start this match off. Let's see if he can carry this momentum throughout the whole contest.
Jack Xavier now escaping, manages to send Mikey Whipwreck up into the rope. A shoulder block takes Jack Xavier down.
Now Mikey Whipwreck's off the ropes, and now, no, Mikey Whipwreck onto his feet, back off the ropes again, ducks the clothesline. Jack now, tilt-a-whirl, reverse!
Oh, face first sent down to the mat. There you go, Mikey Whipwreck. There's your introduction to the FWA.
Jack Xavier, very innovative wrestler, much like Mikey Whipwreck. Many similarities between these two men. Mikey Whipwreck now working on Mikey Whipwreck, and there we go, Mikey Whipwreck flips up over the top rope. Jack with a forearm, and Mikey goes to the outside.
Mikey Whipwreck sent crashing down to the outside of the ring.
Jack's going to do it, no! Jack will pay for that later on, Tony.
Up and over, and there was nobody there. Mikey Whipwreck saw what Jack was up to and moved out of the way. Jack Xavier looks to be in a very, very, very bad way at the beginning of this match, Nick.
Jack Xavier looks like he could have hurt his back, his leg. Mikey Whipwreck now, and I don't like this, he's moving furniture out there, Tony, for lack of a better term. Mikey Whipwreck looks like he's looking for something out. Oh, Lord Almighty, Tony's found the chair.
It looks as though Mikey Whipwreck's found something he's very, very used to. Is he going to inflict some of the same punishment he's had over the years on Jack Xavier? He likes the chair, he's going to use it as Jack Xavier slowly seems to be getting back to his feet.
Maybe Jack Xavier is going to be forced to pay his dues. And now, Mikey Whipwreck, solid punch to the head of Jack Xavier. Remember, the 20 count will be used here tonight under the FWA rulings. But here we go, Mikey Whipwreck now. He set him up on the table, Tony. What's going on?
He's got Jack Xavier laid out for something. It looks as though he's got the ring bell somewhere, Nick.
Oh, he rung his bell, Tony. Oh, that gotta hurt.
That has got to hurt, Nick. You're right there. As Mikey Whipwreck conversing with some of his fans.
Mikey Whipwreck now is stalking over the prone and vulnerable body of Jack Xavier. The veteran throws Jack into the crowd, and again, Jack dumped unceremoniously onto the hard wooden ground.
Crashing down to the floor. Maybe Mikey Whipwreck, there's a method in his madness, is going to try something crazy here. And oh my Lord! Up and over the guardrail. It looked like he might have taken Mikey Whipwreck out. Jack Xavier, but he's taken himself out at the same time.
Mikey Whipwreck just wiped himself out there. He just hit the cold, unforgiving floor, much like Jack did earlier in this contest. Let's see who can get up first and take advantage.
Jack Xavier up onto his feet, both men in the crowd at the moment. Jack Xavier seems to have a small advantage at the minute over Mikey Whipwreck. Looks like he's going to try and maybe take him back into the ring and try and get things done inside the squared circle.
Jack Xavier's leading Mikey back to the ring, and there he is. They've taken it back to the ring. Mikey Whipwreck looks like he's a little dizzy. Maybe his age is catching up on him, Tony. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it's just that Jack Xavier is such a young gun here in the FWA, and he's got to be bursting with youthful exuberance.
A nice suplex, a body slam there from Jack Xavier. Jack Xavier seems to be signaling. He's signaling for the top rope. This is an area that Jack Xavier is used to.
And the fans want Jack to fly. But Jack, I've got to tell you, Tony, Jack's taking way too much time here. A veteran like Mikey Whipwreck, this could be costly. Jack over the top, but he misses the sole time.
My word, a swing and a miss for Jack Xavier. An awesome super kick takes Jack Xavier down. Surely this is it, Nick.
1, 2, 3. My Lord, Tony, that was a hell of a wonderful kick there for Mikey Whipwreck. I just saw the light flash before the eyes of Jack Xavier. And now, Mikey Whipwreck, he's trying to position Jack in the precarious position here on the ropes.
Whereas he's got him sort of he's dragged him over the top, bottom rope, sorry. Oh, and a guillotine leg drop sends Jack crashing down onto the bottom rope. Jack once again on the outside of the ring.
Trademark move there by Mikey Whipwreck. We've seen him use that often before in ECW. Not so much in Ring of Honor, mine. Looks like Mikey could be going back to those roots of his. Mikey Whipwreck now. Looks
what
like
are we going to see here, Nick?
Oh,
face plant right on the chair. Look at how bent that chair is, Nick. Jack Xavier's just left a face print all over that steel chair.
Oh my Lord, Tony! Jack Xavier could have a date with a plastic surgeon after that one. He was just forced onto that chair, and his face must be damn damaged beyond belief.
Jack is clutching his face, whereas Mikey Whipwreck is grinning like a madman. Mikey Whipwreck does seem there is a method to his madness. It's going to hurt Jack Xavier. He's not going to break him down bit by bit. He's going to take the whole thing in one go.
You say there's a method to his madness, but Tony, let me ask you this. Is it more method or is it just more madness? Is Mikey Whipwreck trying to bring pain to Jack? No, Jack Xavier kicked out. He's got too much heart, too much pride. The FWA versus Ring of Honor competition is on the line.
As once again, Mikey Whipwreck is in control of this match, as he has been for most of it. Jack Xavier, he needs to get up, he needs to get on the offense, as Mikey Whipwreck showing a little bit of disrespect there with a boot to the head.
Off the ropes, Tony. Jack comes back, but wait, swinging neck breaker, and both men are down.
Could this be the turning point, Nick? Could this be the thing that that Jack Xavier needs? Is this going to be the point where Jack Xavier realises he's hurt Mikey? He needs to get up. He needs to get back on his offense.
Looks like Mikey Whipwreck kind of had his neck twisted with that move, but I think Jack also took a bit of a blow to the back of the head. Mikey fell a bit funny onto, but it looks like Jack might be recovering first here, Tony. Jack struggling to his feet, and he makes it.
Both men are slowly getting up. Both men are very wobbly at the moment, and a punch from Mikey Whipwreck and one from Jack Xavier.
Remember the red-yellow card system not in effect here. Punches will be a little more lenient. Off the ropes. Jack off the ropes now. And there we go. Hip toss attempt. But block over the top. Couple of forearms to the head. And here we go. Jack liner.
Nice one. Jack Xavier using the offense, using the momentum. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Mikey Whipwreck managed to get the arm up right at the closing seconds. Look at Jack Xavier's face. Come on, ref. I thought that was a free.
I believe you too, Jack. I swore that was a free myself. But the competition continues here tonight. Mikey Whipwreck is one tough customer to put away. Jack now, he's sending Mikey into the corner. Mikey hits the corner, but a foot to the face. And now Mikey climbing up. This could be dangerous. Could it be? Tornado DDT. No,
it was an attempt. Jack Xavier blocks. He goes in for the clothesline. Mikey Whipwreck. Oh, Russian leg sweep. The back of Jack Xavier's head crashing down to the mat.
2, 3. No, another kick out. I gotta tell you, for a madman, Mikey Whipwreck is a fantastically technical wrestler. Mikey Whipwreck was concerned with the referee. Hang on a sec. Jack up. No! Bloody hell, Tony. Where did that come from?
Jack Xavier used the last little bit of energy he had. He managed to nip up and clip Mikey Whipwreck down the back of the head. Both men are down now. Both men seems as though they are out for the count.
Both men look like they're dreaming, and this could come down to a double count out.
As we see both men now, they're not moving very quickly, Nick. I've got to say, referee Steve Linsky is putting the 10 count in. Jack Xavier, though, slowly, ever so slowly, trying to make it to his feet.
Referee Steve Linsky's nearly reaching the end of the count. Can Jack get up? I think he just barely made it.
Barely.
Yes, the match is continuing.
Nick, he's going to need the ropes to hold him up as Mikey Whipwreck himself is slowly getting up. Jack Xavier is signalling for the end. He's calling for it. Are we going to see the roll and release X-Plex, or are we going to see the Xaviator?
Both moves very vicious, but it looks like Xaviator set up. And here we go, takes him up. Xaviator.
He's got him down. Surely this is it. 1, 2.
2.
No! Mikey Whipwreck's managed to kick out of Jack Xavier's finisher. Look at the look on Jack Xavier's face. 1, 2, 3. Come on, ref. I thought that was it.
When you consider that Mikey Whipwreck has been taken from the top rope through several hundred tables, chairs, thumbtacks, you name it, to a cold concrete floor, I'm not that surprised he kicked out, but all the same, the Xaviator is a devastating move, and Mikey Whipwreck kicked out. Jack must be wondering, what have I got to do to put away this man? Mikey Whipwreck's got the foot, takes him over, and
oh my word, he must have learned one of those kicks from his former tag partner, Yoshihiro Tajiri. Taking Jack Xavier down, what a crushing blow. Is he going to be going for the same sort of thing, Nick? Is he going to do the same thing again? He's pulling Jack Xavier up.
He's picking him up, he set him up, maybe he's going to bring Xavier himself. No!
Oh my word, whippersnapper Jack Xavier is out.
The original whippersnapper. 1, 2, 3.
No! Jack Xavier managed to kick out of Mikey's finisher. Look at Mikey. 3. It took 3, referee. I'm a former world champion, and that's all it took. Jack Xavier proving that he really wants to walk out of here tonight. One up on Mikey Whipwreck.
Tony, have you ever seen anyone kick out of the whippersnapper? I haven't, and now this match continues. Jack's over the top rope. He's got him with.
He goes to the wheelbarrow. He's managed to win.
1, 2. He's got it.
Jack Xavier's done it. 2-0. FWA. Jack Xavier's beaten Mikey Whipwreck.
Bloody hell, Tony! He just got him out of nowhere. He rolled up Mikey Whipwreck. He rolled up the former ECW AEW legend, but more importantly, it's 2-0 to the FWA.
Nick, I am well and truly stunned, pardon the pun. I'm sure when Jack Xavier clears the cobwebs from his head and realises he's just beaten Mikey Whipwreck, he won't believe what has happened. Mikey Whipwreck is up. Mikey Whipwreck, fair enough, I got beat. I thought it was only a 2, but it was a 3.
Mikey Whipwreck cannot believe it, and you've got to believe that the Ring of Honor locker room must be sweating now. They're behind on points. Oh, Mikey Whipwreck looks just a little insane. Can you feel the tension, Tony?
Nick, what are we going to see? Mikey Whipwreck's throwing his shirt off. Are we going to see round 2, Nick? It looks as though it might not be over. Mikey Whipwreck is in now.
Well, I can just feel the tension here. Referee Steve Linsky confirms that Mikey Whipwreck was indeed pinned. 1, 2, 3 by the young rookie.
Mikey Whipwreck does have a confused look, but he stretches the hand. Is this a ploy? No, he's showing the respect that Jack Xavier deserves.
Honor is alive here tonight. Bethnal Green, your call. What a fantastic contest. But Tony, coming up next, we're going to make a stop with this FWA versus Ring of Honor competition. It is going to be the debut of the Man Mountain, known as Burchill, and he's going to take on the team collectively known as Hampton Court, Butler Simmons and his master, the Duke of Danger.
As we see the fans on their feet at the moment, Nick giving a standing ovation to the hardcore legend Mikey Whipwreck. He's out there, he's clapping fans with their hands. It's his first time over here representing the Ring of Honor. Hopefully it won't be his last. I can't imagine what Jack Xavier's feeling at the moment. Look at the look on his face. He's a little bit dazed, he's a little bit confused, but what he is 1 point up now on the Ring of Honor. 2 to FWA, 0 to ROH.
May 17th, 2003, FWA, Ring of Honor, Frontier of Honor. Today is going to be Low Key versus a gentleman who's very dangerous in that ring, and he goes by the name of Flash Barker. Now, Flash Barker, you claim to be this big shooter, this big danger in the ring. I'm not here to prove anything other than what I do. And that is every time I step into the ring, I prove that it is not the size of the fighter, but the size of the fight he will bring. Flash Barker, when that bell rings, all you can do is be ready.
Here they come, Nick, accompanied by the Maid Buttercup, the Duke of Danger, and Simmons. Tonight, wrestling the rookie monster known only as Burchill for the very first time. Now, Nick, it's very strange to me, but Simmons is one of the most popular wrestlers in the FWA. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe it's his spiffy dress sense, or maybe it's his fine recipes on FrontierWrestling.com. All I can say is this: tonight, Hampton Court have certainly got their work cut out for them.
Aye, Simmons is indeed a very popular man. I can't quite figure out what it is, but Tony, a question we've got to be talking about is on the British Breakout Tour, the Duke of Danger at the hands of Hayde Ranson broke his arm. Now apparently he was cleared to wrestle, but I've noticed he's still wearing that cast. Tony, do you know anything about this?
Nick, I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure the Duke will clear things up for us right now. Nick, I can't believe this. The Duke of Danger has got out of his match with Virtual by hiring Double Dragon. What on earth? Nick, I think the Duke is just a coward.
How can you accuse the Duke of being a coward? He probably got the best doctors money could buy to ensure that he was fully fit to take on Virtual. You don't want to go against Virtual with a slightly broken arm now, do you, Tony? No, I think this is a very wise decision. Let Double Dragon take the blunt of the blow that is Virtual.
Well, Nick, you know, whether he's got a broken arm or not, he thought he'd be cleared to wrestle. And the fact of the matter is, we're not going to see Hampton Court versus Virtual. We're going to see Double Dragon versus Virtual. Personally, I don't really mind, but it seems to me as though the Duke has weaseled his way out of something else. Nick, I can hear the music, but Nick, that sounds like the old school music.
It sounds eerily familiar. And what is this? It's Dean Ayers!
Dean Ayers is back in the FWA. Oh my lord, I can't believe it.
What's he doing coming out here, Tony? He's not scheduled to be here. He's not on my papers or anything.
Nick, at the moment, I'm lost for words, but it appears Dean Ayers isn't. Nick, I can hear the music now. It can signal one thing. Virtual is about to make his debut in the FWA.
The man, the mountain, known as Virtual, has arrived at Bethnal Green, the York Hall. This man has a promising career in front of him, but first he's got to get through Double Dragon.
Nick, it appears, well, it's quite plain to see, we know why Dean Ayers is back. It appears that Dean Ayers is the manager of Virtual. Look at the way he stalks as he's making his way down. Nick, I'm frightened of this man, I've got to tell you.
This will explain while this match is 1 year in the making. This has been yet another plan by the Twisted Genius, Dean Ayers. This is his new protege. Look at him. He's a terrifying monster, Tony. There's no other way to put it.
My legal team has advised me to read you the following statement. You two are entering this ring at your own risk. Mr. Virtual and Mr. Ayers cannot be held responsible for any broken bones.
And here he comes, Tony, but Double Dragon are straight on top of Virtual, stomping away. Raj goes, Ross Jordan, they do not want Virtual to get onto his feet.
The match is underway, Nick, and this seems to me to be the only way you could possibly tackle someone as big as Virtual. 2-on-1 at the same time.
Ross and Raj now kicking away the legs of Virtual, but they whip him off the ropes. Virtual now, no, blocks it, elbow, clothesline, and another one, my lord, Tony.
Both men are down. That has got to be one of the most impressive starts I've ever seen as Ross Jordan goes in. Oh, the nice Northern Light suplex there, and straight up in one movement.
A rolling Northern Light, and now, here we go, it's the Air Raid Crush.
Oh my lord, Nick, that was amazing.
My lord, Ross Jordan is dead. I was speaking to Ross in the back. He's seen this as a stepping stone, but looks like Virtual just crushed that stone, and now he's got Raj. Raj now, sunset flips over, but no. Virtual's got him back onto his feet.
Virtual, Raj with the kicks to the stomach there and the legs of Virtual, trying with some elbows, trying to break free as he's off the ropes. Up he goes, and Virtual, sit down powerbomb.
Looked like Raj was going for a hurricanrana, but Virtual saw where he was going. Powerbomb, it could be over 1, 2, but what's Simmons doing?
Simmons pulling referee Andrew Coyne out of the way. Simmons knew this was all over. I am sick of Simmons and the Duke.
Simmons may be the most popular man in the FWA, but he had no right getting on now. Burchill is stalking Simmons. Simmons, get out of there!
He might be popular within the FWA, but he's not popular with Burchill at the moment as he's running with his tail between his legs. Burchill is a man on a mission.
Simmons tricked Burchill into the ring, and now Double Dragon stomping away again on Burchill.
This can be the only plan of attack I can see, Nick. They've got to concentrate on him 2-on-1 all the time, keep with these double team attacks. There's no way in the world they could take him one at a time.
You know, it's obvious that the tactics of Double... Oh! That bloody hell, Tony, that was lovely. It's obviously the tactics of Double Dragon is not to have the technicality of Doug Williams or the agility of a Johnny Storm. It's just to stomp him into the ground and to keep wailing away on this monster. However, Burchill just keeps getting back onto his feet, Tony. This is horrendously terrifying.
You know, I don't know a whole lot about Burchill, Nick, but I'd say he probably stands around 6'4", 6'5", and around 300 pounds. All I can say is the man is amazing. Oh, nice double hip toss there from Double Dragon, and a double elbow.
And a double nip-up. Double Dragon are in control. Ross Jordan, Raj Ghost are taking in the adulations of the crowd here at the York Common. Oh my Lord. So, Tony, he just nipped up again.
He just nipped up with the most ease I've ever seen as Double Dragon turn around now. Please, Mr. Burchill, please. As Raj Ghost sends his tag partner into Burchill.
Looks like Ross Jordan will be a sacrifice, but no, Raj Ghost kick to the gut, whips Burchill. Burchill underneath, knee to the gut. It looks like he might be setting up for this finisher of his. We don't have a name for it yet, but whatever it is, it's devastating. He said that Raj
He's going for it. Raj managed to escape, but blocks his friend in the corner as we see Raj Ghost now. Burchill going for the suplex. What's this?
Oh my Lord, FWA!
Nick, that was two suplexes at the same time, a German and a belly to belly. My word, have you ever seen anything quite like it?
Ross and Raj just flew all the way across the ring from one corner to the other. Burchill is in control, and it looks like he's going to try and finish off Raj now.
Nick, Burchill, at the moment, all I can see, Burchill is unstoppable as both members of Double Dragon are down and they're not moving very far.
Burchill's just made a small pile of corpses, I've seen. And oh no, we have seen the agility of Burchill before. What could he have in mind?
Nick.
Tony, I don't like the look of this. Oh, Raj and Ross are gonna die, Tony.
He messes, but he was on one side of the ring to the other side of the ring and he made it. But Double Dragon managed to weasel their way outside of the ring, and for the first time in this match, Burchill may be hurt.
Raj and Ross were nearly smidged together to become Siamese twins, but thankfully they rolled out of the way to the safety on the outside. They're with the Duke, they are with Simmons. They're going to try and recuperate. They're talking tactics on the outside, Tony. What can they do to beat Burchill?
Well, I'm not entirely sure, Nick, but Burchill, what's he doing?
Burchill's looking up.
No! He's down! A suicide dive over the corner turnbuckle and he stands up straight away. Look at this man. This is the future of the FWA.
Burchill has just destroyed not one, but two tag teams, Hampton Court and Double Dragon. Under the twisted genius Dean Ayers, he is making a hell of an impact here tonight at the York Hall.
Nick, this is the man's first match. Have you ever seen anybody make an impact like this in their first match?
I don't think I have, Tony. There's Dean Ayers mocking Raj Ghost.
He's getting Raj Ghost to wait for the camera, Mr. Ghost, because it's the last time they're going to see you. As Burchill now sends Ross Jordan up. Oh, Ross Jordan up and over.
Very nice little flip over the top rope there. Raj seems to be setting up. Springboard, but Burchill's caught him.
He's caught him, and this can only mean one thing for Ross Jordan,
Here
and that's
it is,
a bad
Tony.
thing.
Rolling Samoan crash, and now, if I know him, standing moonsault.
Nick, I am losing my voice. I am lost for words. What do we see here?
Oh my God! Standing star press! Ross Jordan is dead! So much for Ross's dreams of becoming an FWA superstar. Burchill just crushed him, but Raj is on the top row.
Raj is on the top row. Ross Jordan is holding his ribs now, hoping he's still got some left. As Raj goes up onto the shoulders now and unceremoniously dumped by Burchill.
What's Burchill doing? He can't... Oh my Lord, Tony! That has to be about 15 stone of dead weight he just picked up. And now, the finisher with no name as of yet, just wiped out Raj. Referee Andrew Coyne went down with a free count.
The ref went down, but Burchell's still standing. Dean Ayers is signalling to Burchell. I don't know what's going on, Nick, but Burchell, he's not going for a pin. Maybe he's there to inflict some more damage.
Oh my God, Tony, referee Andrew Coyne is counting both men down. We could see an unprecedented double knockouts for Burchell here.
Is this what it is?
Referee, I think he's got to 8. No, 10.
It's all over. It's a double knockout. Burchell in his first match has managed to knock out a whole tag team on his own. No help. Burchell has managed to destroy Double Dragon.
Dean Ayers has just led the first victory for Burchell. The first victory of what could become a string of victories here in the FWA.
Nick, look at the carnage in the ring. Double Dragon are down. There's security everywhere. Hampton Court, they want no part of Burchell. I can kind of understand now why Hampton Court didn't want to face Burchell.
Tony, there's only one word that you can use to describe this. Pure, utter, unadulterated chaos. But there's only one thing that could top this, Tony. You know what's coming up next. It's going to be AJ Styles taking on Johnny Storm. A rematch from British Uprising. The competition continues. Ring of Honor versus FWA. It's currently 2-0 for the FWA. Let's see if Ring of Honor can catch up.
When the family speaks, you people will listen. And Britain's #1 wrestling journalist will write it down.
Oh, how it began. Small. Just a few of us. And look how we've grown. The numbers, they got greater, they got greater. And now the family has become the premier stable in wrestling history. Why? Because everyone, all of us, have made the sacrifice. And once you make the sacrifice, good things start to happen. Ulf Herman, Alex Shane, Nikita. Just like every other time, we have your numbers. We have your futures in the palms of our hands, and we will crush them. So says the family.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's going to be the rematch to end all rematches. AJ Styles is going to take on the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm. And here comes the man himself. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, former FWA All England champion and the new XPW European Heavyweight champion. Oh, I gotta tell you, Tony, Johnny Storm, as far as I'm concerned, is my new all-time favourite wrestler in the FWA. When I first watched Johnny Storm, he was cocky, he was arrogant, and that's what made him a great wrestler. But when I started watching him in the FWA, he was hippie and happy and hoppy, and Tony, it made me sick. But when he won that XPW title, he slapped Jody Fleisch and the rest of the FWA locker room right across the face. He's got the cockiness back, he's got the attitude back, and he's gonna take it all the way to the top.
Well, Nick, that may be your opinion, but for me, as pro FWA as I am, I'd like to see AJ Styles slap that cocky grin off Johnny Storm's face. we see the phenomenal AJ Styles making his welcome return to the York Hall in Bethnal Green, taking on once again Johnny Storm. We thought we would see a rematch between them at season's beating, but unfortunately Johnny Storm was injured at the hands of Jody Fleisch. Nick, you yourself have said it, this will be the rematch of all rematches, and personally I can't wait.
Well, the first time these two men met, it was at British Uprising, and all the fans called it match of the night, and I have to agree with them. Let's see if AJ Styles and Johnny Storm can do it again. But I gotta tell you, when Johnny Storm is in the match, it's guaranteed to be match of the night.
Fair enough, Nick. Johnny Storm is a very, very talented athlete, but a lot can be said for AJ Styles. Although he wasn't victorious on his first trip over here, the second time round, it can all change round. At the moment, Johnny Storm does have the advantage with 2 points to the FWA. ROH are lagging at the moment, but is AJ Styles going to be the one to turn it all round for the Ring of Honor?
So, Tony, you want AJ Styles to win, correct?
Nick,
answer me.
Right, Nick, from an FWA point of view, I'd like to see FWA go through and win every single match. But from a personal point of view, like I've said before, I'd like AJ Styles to give Johnny Storm a big slap.
That was such a coward answer, Tony, and you know it. You want AJ Styles to win because, unlike me, you're not a patriot of the FWA. And look at AJ Styles offering the hand. It's obvious he's going to try some dirty, cheap, underhanded tactic. But Johnny Storm was too wise for AJ. Quick clap of the hand. Let's get the match underway.
As both men circling the ring now, we're about to start off. If this is anything like their first encounter, it's going to be off the charts.
And they lock up. Johnny Storm now he's dancing around AJ, take him to the ground. Amateur remove. Oh, and that's him saying that on the mat I'm better.
Johnny Storm is just being very, very cocky at the moment. He's showing no respect to AJ Styles and no respect to these fans. He's saying, look at me, how great am I?
Well, let me remind you, Tony, this cockiness is what brought Johnny Storm to the dance in the first place. He's been losing his cockiness as of late, but now he's on the rise of his career. He's a European heavyweight champion, and now he has the privilege to face the best on both sides of the ocean. There's AJ now with the wrist lock.
That's right, Nick. AJ Styles the wrist lock. Johnny Storm with a reversal on his own. AJ Styles managed to roll through a nip up, back into the wrist lock, up into the waist lock, a full Nelson, takes him over the snapmare and a slap to the back of the head. This is the kind of thing I'd like to see.
What a dirty, cheap tactic. I'm sure it's a yellow card offence getting slapped to the back of the head.
I wouldn't know about that, Nick, but as you know, the red and yellow cards have been abolished for this show.
AJ Styles seems to be getting some dirty mouth for Lynn. I think Steve Linsky ought to disqualify AJ Styles for that mouth of his. Johnny Storm and AJ Styles now circling each other. Oh, a few dirty words there from both men, and this is getting rather heated. Vicious arm drag by Johnny Storm, a cheap arm drag by AJ Styles. Double drop kick, both men miss. Here we go now, AJ with the headlock.
AJ Styles with the headlock. Johnny Storm's going to want to get out of that as soon as he possibly can, as he's blatantly grabbing the hair. Come on, referee, get on the case.
That was an honourable hair pull, Tony. Let's not get confused here.
Really, Johnny Storm rolls through now with a headlock onto AJ Styles.
Well, it looks like AJ's pulling the hair of Johnny. What a hypocrite. There he goes, sends Johnny off the ropes. Johnny off the ropes, takes him down. Now, oh, wait a minute. Oh,
my word. He manages from his back to arch up and take him over the Hurricane Rana. AJ Styles once again with a headlock and a sweeping kick takes Johnny down as both men nip up and back down you go.
Bloody hell, they both nipped up and AJ caught him with a cheap underhanded punch to the chin of Johnny Storm, and now Johnny could very well be out.
Nick, are you watching the same match as me? Because what I just saw was AJ Styles proving at the minute he's a better wrestler than Johnny Storm.
And this is a punch. Oh my, oh! Beautiful, Johnny. Keep on him. Tony, answer me this. Is a punch legal in the FWA?
It is for tonight, Nick. There's no red or yellow cards.
I hate you, Tony. Johnny Storm now in control. He's receiving the gratitude of the ringside fans. And now he's going back to this sadistic American that is AJ Styles.
Johnny Storm is definitely working on the offense here as he sends AJ into the guard. AJ vaults over and he goes with a savant kick, but Johnny Storm manages to grab it. Oh! Enziguri kick takes Johnny Storm over onto the mat.
Johnny successfully blocked one kick but didn't see the other one coming. I'll give AJ credit for that. That was rather ingenious. One thing I have noticed with this match, the first time these two men met, oh, bloody hell, the first time these two men met, it had honourable incredible. But there's so much tension in the air tonight, Tony. You can cut it with a knife.
Nick, I know what you mean. This is about honour, but it's also about which company is going to come out on top. Obviously, AJ Styles know that the Ring of Honor are lagging, no points as yet, and he's going to be looking to get some points for them. Oh, awesome neck breaker there.
What on earth would you call that, Tony? Look like a neck breaker. 3? No. Not yet.
I guess it was like a discus neck breaker. I'll have to check the name on that later on. But AJ Styles is in control at the moment. Will we see AJ Styles come out on top and get the first point for Ring of Honor?
AJ setting up for some sort of suplex. It looks like he takes him up. Johnny over the top. Johnny now. Kick to the gut. Insecurity to the back of AJ.
It was only a glancing blow, Nick. It wasn't able to take AJ Styles off of his feet. He is backed into the rope though, and Johnny Storm needs to get him with some offense as he shoots him up into the ropes.
AJ does the clothesline. He's going for it. That's how he DDT. Come on, Johnny. Johnny gets out of it, however. AJ seems to be struggling for something. German suplex. No. Johnny managed to flip out of it.
Johnny Storm landed on his feet. He's pushed AJ Styles into the corner. Johnny Storm into the turnbuckle. Eats that. AJ Styles second rope. He's got it. It's a DDT. Down you go, Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm was taken down quickly with a DDT. 1, 2, kick out. Oh, and he kicked out just in the nick of time.
Johnny Storm there just lit. Nick, that was almost it. Ring of Honor almost got their first point there, and Johnny Storm almost had his cocky grin wiped clean off his face.
AJ now going for that suplex. Lovely snap suplex. Floats over. 1, 2. No, not even a 2, Tony.
Johnny Storm with a kick out again. I think AJ Styles needs to concentrate more on some of the bigger offense, but Johnny Storm there with a rake to the eyes as he sends AJ Styles off into the ropes. Oh, dirty tactics, Nick. What? That's not honourable. That's not what we want to see.
That was a Greco-Roman kick to the testicle, and now Johnny off the top with a spinning heel kick.
An awesome spinning heel kick. You know, credit where credit's due, Nick. That was an awesome kick as AJ Styles was taken down there to the mat.
Both men are struggling to get to the feet. Gotta believe that Johnny will get to his feet, and yes, he does, because Johnny is the man.
Johnny Storm seems to be signalling for the end, but if he's signalling for the end, standing around for a while isn't going to bring it.
Quick kick to the ribs of AJ. He's going to rewind him, and now Johnny may be looking for a move to finally put AJ away. He's picked him up. Oh, nice Michinoku-esque driver there, Tony. And it looks like Johnny is now going. No, he's not. Wait a minute. Oh, lovely second rope moonsault.
Up onto the second rope with one fluid motion. No, but only a 2 count from referee Steve Linsky.
Johnny Storm could not believe it. Neither can I. I would have thought I'd be it, but I'll give AJ credit. He is, after all, a former X Division champion of the NWA TNA promotion, and not to mention one of the top names of Ring of Honor. AJ now fighting away. A kick to the midsection. He launches AJ, but AJ underneath, and he's got him. Pump handle position. Oh!
Pump handle into a gut buster. Whatever way you look at it, Nick. Johnny Storm's ribs, his stomach, he must be in a whole world of hurt right about now. AJ Styles needs to concentrate maybe on one body area, maybe one body part, and try, as he is stomping now onto Johnny Storm's ribs, maybe he's going to use this as some offense and maybe try and get in the Styles clash.
AJ with a chop to Johnny Storm. He might be setting him into the ropes. AJ now, that's it. He's going to whip him into the opposite end. Picks him up, and Johnny just got pancaked right in the mat.
Once again landed straight on his stomach on those injured ribs from before. This is 3 moves in a row now. AJ Styles does seem to be concentrating on one area. And if you think about it, Nick, the Styles clash would put Johnny Storm in a whole world of hurt and maybe bring AJ Styles his first victory here tonight.
It would make sense. The Styles clash tends to... Wait a minute. Wheelbarrow. Johnny's got him though.
Oh!
That was poetry in motion.
That was superb, Nick. As pro AJ Styles as I am all for the FWA. So obviously, I would like to see the points come to Johnny Storm, and that was an awesome match. But this is what I don't like about Johnny Storm. Look at me as he spits at the crowd. Is this the kind of man we want representing our company?
Yes, yes, yes. Because Johnny Storm is a winner, and he's taking AJ to the corner. Oh, what a great forearm there by Johnny. Johnny is in control, but I've got to tell you, Tony, doesn't look like Johnny's just looking for the win. This looks like a competition of one-upmanship.
Nick, you know, I'm going to agree with you once again. Johnny Storm definitely doesn't want to walk out of here just the victor. He wants to walk out here totally embarrassing AJ Styles.
And he will. Johnny now takes him out of the corner. Got him in a full Nelson. The basics always do the best around it. Oh,
AJ Styles! Oh, he breaks it with a moonsault kick, takes Johnny Storm down. Look at the dazed look on his face. That's what AJ Styles needs to do. Pull moves out wherever he can. AJ Styles needs to get back on the offense as Johnny Storm's dazed.
These kicks of AJ just seem to kick out of nowhere. nowhere, as was shown right there. Nice kind of spinning kick there, taking Johnny down, and now he picks him up. Johnny at the mercy of AJ, and he's holding him up there.
He's holding there and stalling. What's he going to do here?
Wait a minute. Oh, bloody hell! Tony, what? That could have killed Johnny.
Nick, is Johnny still alive? Is Johnny alive?
Johnny kicked out. Surely you cannot question the heart of a man like Johnny Storm when he kicked out of that murderous move that AJ just hit him with.
You know when they say it was folded up like an accordion, Nick, that was unbelievable. The already injured ribs of Johnny Storm have got to be even more damaged now. That was the most devastating brainbuster I've ever seen, as both men now are firing back with chops and blows to the head, trying to get the advantage.
Johnny now tilted well, but AJ couldn't hold him. Wait a minute, he's turned around, called Johnny. Looks like, oh my lord, wheelbarrow German suplex. Johnny took it right on the back of the head.
Johnny Storm tried to weasel out there, but AJ Styles already knew a counter to what Johnny Storm was trying to do, managed to turn it round into a very nice wheelbarrow German suplex. Both men have gone to the outside now. Nick, this can only be bad for one thing. Oh my word!
Johnny Storm just back body dropped AJ onto that rampway. Now in Ring of Honor, this is highly discouraged. We don't want outside brawling, but in the FWA, the 20 count rule will apply. Both men will fight to the outside, and they must make it back to the ring before the end of the count. However, saying that, Steve Linsky seems to be following them. He wants them back in the ring, and I'm not surprised. We don't want a draw in this match. We want Johnny to help FWA get a clean sweep here tonight. Your call, Bethnal Green.
As Johnny Storm vaults up using the rigging there. No, AJ Styles manages to carry on.
Oh no!
Is he going to do it? He looks like he's going for the Styles Clash onto the rampway, but no, Johnny Storm has managed to roll through. But AJ Styles manages. He's still got hold of him.
He's held it on.
He's still got hold of him.
Styles Clash.
And he's taking him up. Oh my! Well, powerbomb onto the knee. Nick, I can't believe it.
I'm just thankful that AJ didn't hit the devastating Styles Clash on the top of the rampway. That would have been all for Johnny's career, but Johnny, through his own skill, managed to escape.
Nick, so far AJ Styles has worked over the ribs. With a devastating move like that, he's working over the back. Before, it was about the spirit of competition. Now I really truly believe that both these men just want to hurt each other.
How can you like a wrestler like AJ Styles when he sadistically dumps the body of Johnny Storm onto the rampway like that? Johnny could be facing serious injuries here. The freak out. Will he be torn? No, Johnny kicked out.
Last minute, Nick, last minute.
I don't know, I think Johnny's proving why he is, without a shadow of a doubt, the #1 wrestler here in the FWA.
You know, Nick, I'm not going to take anything away from Johnny Storm. He is a fantastic wrestler. I just don't like him
Johnny
as a
firing
person.
Back. And he took that one. AJ's got it. Back super. Oh!
A back suplex, but he held on. Johnny Storm once again folded up his head, his body. He's still kicking out though, Nick.
I cannot believe this, that AJ Styles hasn't been able to put away Johnny Storm so far. But thank God, this just goes to show that when it comes to the FWA, you don't want to mess with Johnny Storm. Johnny now, however, hang on a sec. Johnny's caught him. What's this? It's a stick shift driver.
That's a very innovative move, Nick. I'm quite surprised AJ Styles managed to kick out of that. He just landed straight on the back of his head. Perhaps Johnny Storm is going to start working over one area to go for the Super Rewind Hurricane Rana.
Johnny looks flabbergasted. He just hit that horrendous driver move. AJ was out. Should have been out like a light, but he's still flickering. There's no one home, but the lights are on. Johnny off the rope, but AJ flipped him up and caught him across the shoulders.
He's got him in a fireman's carry. Are we going to see? Oh, there you go. Spun round and draped unceremoniously over the top rope.
It's the first time I've seen it. I don't know how to describe it. DDT hangman maybe, Tony?
Whatever you want to call it, Nick. Johnny Storm now coming up. He's on the top rope. This is a dangerous place for Johnny Storm to be. Oh, he wound up for the discus clothesline, but Johnny Storm in with a boot as Johnny Storm, a few punches there to AJ Styles.
Wait a minute, out of nowhere, the rewind Hurricane Rana.
Wow, he actually managed to hit it. I've never seen it hit from there, and no!
That was a free, referee Steve Linsky. That was most definitely a free.
He didn't hit it from the normal position. He still managed to hit the finisher, but it wasn't enough to put AJ Styles away. Johnny Storm must be thinking, right, if this didn't put him away, I've got to think of something that will.
Can I believe that he hit the rewind Hurricanrana, but AJ is still standing tall. Johnny now, back drop to the outside, but Johnny holds on. He's climbing to the top rope. AJ doesn't see him, but he does now.
He turns around at the last minute. AJ Styles manages to catch him though. Are we going to see it? He's going for it. Can it be?
No.
The Styles Clash. This is it. It's all over. Come on, ref. 1, 2.
Johnny! Oh, thank the sweet Lord, Tony. I cannot believe that Johnny just kicked out of the Styles Clash.
Nick, the first time we saw AJ Styles hit the Styles Clash on Johnny Storm, unfortunately there was no referee in the ring. I am of course talking about British Uprising, and AJ Styles wasn't able to win. This time Johnny Storm managed to kick out. I've seen loads of AJ Styles matches and nobody kicks out of the Styles Clash, but Johnny Storm just proved me wrong.
Both men have hit that ultimate move. It looks like AJ's going for one more Styles Clash, but Johnny fights out. Right hands by both competitor. AJ the strongest, but wait, Johnny's caught him. What the? Oh!
Nick, that's got to be it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, 3! That was a freak! Tony!
It wasn't a powerful kick out, Nick, but he did the job. All he did was drape the arm up, but he still managed to continue, still managed to be in his match. Johnny Storm is less cocky now. He's thinking, right, okay, what have I got to do now? He's kicking out of this, he's kicking out of that. It's going to take one ultimate move. A nice headbutt there from Johnny Storm as he drives AJ Styles into the corner.
Johnny Storm now taking AJ to the top rope. He's hit all these powerful moves. Let's see if the top rope Hurricanrana could get it done right here tonight. Ring of Honor versus FWA. Come on, Johnny, hit it and take it home.
Oh, AJ Styles has caught him. We've seen this before, Nick. Is he going to go
Johnny,
for the
fight
second
for
rope?
it. But wait, Johnny escaped. Johnny is down, but he's back up. And here we go. Wait, springboard, Hurricanrana.
Wow, a Hurricanrana taking AJ Styles from the top rope down, Nick. Surely that's it. If AJ Styles and Johnny Storm comes in for the
Johnny's
cover.
got it. Come on, 2, 3, no.
Yes! Once again, AJ Styles has managed to kick out. Johnny Storm utilises the Hurricanrana from wherever he can. This time it was from the top rope, but still, Johnny Storm looks upset. It's still not enough.
Upset, Johnny Storm looks flabbergasted that AJ Styles managed to kick out of that top rope springboard Hurricanrana with a move with that many syllables in it. It should be devastating, but now Johnny's taking AJ to the corner, wailing away. He could be setting up for something, maybe the rewind, but no! AJ caught him with a forearm.
AJ
and now,
Styles, he managed to block him, and that was a powerful clothesline, taking Johnny Storm down to the mat. AJ Styles is going outside. What are we going to see here as he springboards up?
springboard. Oh, 50-degree moves on Johnny.
1, 2, 3. He get it. AJ Styles won. 1 point to the Ring of Honor. He got it. He
Steve has ended the match. No, it was free, Tony.
It was 3. AJ Styles with the springboard 450 style splash. AJ Styles won, bringing the Ring of Honor back into the race.
It's 2-1. FWA's is in the lead, but I've got to say that was a phenomenal match, and I think, Tony, you ought to appreciate the hard work that was put in there by Johnny Storm.
Nick, I'm going to appreciate the work put in by both men. As you can see, the crowd, everybody is standing up on their feet. Everybody is in absolute awe. What an awesome way to finish off Frontiers of Honor Part 1 with a match of this caliber.
Well, we've got a lot more to look forward to, Tony. In Part 2, the Ring of Honor champion himself, Samoa Joe, is going to take on FWA All England champion, the Zebra Kid, plus Loki versus Flash Barker. Christopher Daniels versus Jody Flash, and don't forget that phenomenal 6-man hardcore tag challenge.
As we see referee Steve Linsky signalling to Johnny Storm, it is a match with honor. You do have to shake your opponent's hand. Even though Johnny Storm was quite cocky at the end of the match, surely after everything both men have been through, Johnny Storm has to show the respect that AJ Styles deserves.
The Code of Honor demands that Johnny Storm shake the hand of AJ Styles. AJ Styles offering it, not surprisingly, Tony, he did win it after all.
It's not cocky arrogance, it's just the right thing to do, Nick. This was a match with honor. Come on, Johnny, even you might have changed your attitude towards the FWA, but come on, prove that you still fight with honor.
I would never
Nick,
fall.
there you have it. We've seen it, the handshake there from Johnny Storm. But Johnny Storm, you dirty Nick.
Good Johnny, stomp him away. Stomp that American into the ground. Johnny Storm is proving why he is a champion, Tony. And what's Johnny going for now? Yes, Go for it, Johnny. Come on, waffle his brains for breakfast.
Johnny Storm proving he's a champion, yeah, Nick? Do champions use chairs? Do champion needs chairs? Johnny Storm's just a small man with a big man's attitude. But wait, we see the Phoenix Jody Flash running from the back. What are we gonna
Wait, what's Johnny doing here? Wait, he ducks the closer. Oh, drop kick to Johnny Storm. Johnny spills to the outside. Very strategic escape there, Tony.
Johnny Storm with a swing and a miss on the chair on Jody Flash, and you can bet your arse, Nick, Johnny Storm is outside that ring. Johnny Storm wants no piece of the Phoenix Jody Flash.
Well, not surprising, he has got a chair in his hand. But Johnny Storm, Jody Flash, the tension is building between these two. Oh, I fear the day when these two meet, because hell will just burn down and the building they're in will crumble away. What a phenomenal match. What a phenomenal first half it's been for the Frontiers of Honor.
Nick, you gotta believe this is not gonna be the end of this story. There is so much animosity between Jody Flash and Johnny Storm. As you can see, Nick, it looks as though Jody Flash would like to get it on with the Wonder Kid Johnny Storm right now.
We've also got to believe, Tony, that Johnny Flash has got to reserve his energies because he's going to take on the man who defeated him for the FWA Heavyweight Championship, that being the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. And Tony, with the Brits in the lead, you've got to believe that the Americans are going to come out. All guns are blazing. We're guaranteed for an explosive second half.
I'm Tony Giles.
And I'm Nick London.
And from all of the FWA, this has been Frontiers of Honor, Part 1. Frontiers of Honor Part 2. I'm your host Tony Giles alongside Nick London for what will be the second half of the first ever FWA versus Ring of Honor Super Show tonight at the York Hall in Bethnal Green.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the York Hall in Bethnal Green. Tonight we've got some fantastic matches lined up for you. Tony, why don't you tell us what they are?
First off, Nick, we're going to see the ROH champion Samoa Joe take on the FWA's All England champion, the Zebra Kid, in what I'm sure will be one of the hardest hitting matches we've ever seen.
And then following that, it's going to be a 6-person tag team hardcore challenge. The team of the family will challenge opponent, the show stealer Alex Shane and Nikita. And then, just after that, we've got a purest dream come true as FWA's Flash Barker will go head to head with Ring of Honor's Low-Ki.
And to round off the evening, Nick, we're going to see two former FWA champions go at it one more time. The fallen angel Christopher Daniels representing Ring of Honor and the Phoenix Jody Flash representing the FWA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Zebra Kid, the current FWA Heavyweight Champion of the All England Division. But I've got to tell you, Tony, what's missing from this picture?
Well, Nick, it looks as though the Zebra Kid is without his FWA All England title at the moment.
Now, I've been speaking to the Zebra Kid behind the stage, and he's been telling me that he's not bringing the title to the ring. This is because this match is a matter of honor. There is no title on the line, only Ring of Honor versus FWA competition. There's a lot of pride on stake here.
here we have, Nick, the Ring of Honor champion, Samoa Joe. But Nick, it looks as though Samoa Joe is bringing his title to the ring. I don't know why, because as you said before, this match is purely about honor and it's about the point system, guarding at the end of the night who's going to have the most points, who's going to be the winning team.
I'm a little disappointed. I would have thought Samoa Joe would have shown the same respect for the Zebra Kid and left his title belt in the back. But it looks like the Ring of Honor champion is getting the mic. Let's listen up, Tony.
Well, there you have it, Nick. The Ring of Honor champion Samoa Joe has decided to put his ROH title on the line for this match. So not only can we see the Zebra Kid gain a point for the FWA side, we could also see him walk out here tonight as the Ring of Honor champion.
You got to remember, Tony, currently it's 2-1 to the FWA. Now, if Zebra Kid can now win this match, it'll be 3-1 to the FWA. And he's going to be the new Ring of Honor champion. Now, what a better way to guarantee future dates over in America. But let's not think about the future. Let's think of this match, because we've just added another dimension to it. Ring of Honor title on the line, and they lock up.
As we see both men lock up there, Samoa Joe in with a headlock on the Zebra Kid. Zebra Kid's going to maybe want to try and break out of that. He doesn't want to get bogged down too early in the match. Samoa Joe, though, takes the wrist.
There we go, Samoa Joe with a wrist, but the Zebra Kid showing why the England are so technically proficient. Nice reversal there. But, oh, Samoa Joe's managed to get out of the grapple situation. It seems to be more of a warming up procedure at the moment, Tony.
Both these men are very hard-hitting, Nick. You wouldn't look at the Zebra Kid and think so. Wrestling someone against Samoa Joe, you would say Samoa Joe would have the advantage, but that's not the way I see it. Although Samoa Joe going in there with some very hard kicks to the Zebra Kid.
Lovely takedown there, and he's got like a double leg bar of sorts. Can Zebra get... Yeah, Zebra's got to the ropes. Now, like you were saying earlier, Tony, these two men are very firm competitors. This will, I reckon, will be one of the most hard-hitting matches that we'll see tonight. Oh! And that was a lovely example right there.
Nick, that was very hard-hitting. And one thing the Zebra Kid's going to have to look out for, Nick, is Samoa Joe's choke. Samoa Joe actually managed to win the title with a choke. But Zebra Kid firing back now with some stiff kicks. Oh, and awesome! Enziguri taking the ROH champion down.
Zebra Kid's up top now, Tony, and
Up and over he goes, Nick. One thing you can't say about the Zebra Kid is that he's very graceful, but what he does do is get the job done. Zebra Kid's on his feet and the Ring of Honor champion is down on the ground.
I've often said this before, that the Zebra Kid, he may lack the grace of a Jody Fleisch or a Johnny Storm, but that was a hell of a hard impact. And now Samoa Joe is at the mercy of the contender to the Ring of Honor championship. And looks like Zebra Kid is setting up for something. We've seen this before, Tony. He looks like he's setting up for an elbow drop or something.
Are we going to see? He's coming. Oh, he was on the chair and Zebra Kid dropped the elbow, sending Samoa Joe down once again. Nick, to me, it looks as though the ROH are going to have a new champion tonight.
Looks like Samoa Joe smacked the back of his head there. The Zebra Kid with an elbow square in the throat of the Ring of Honor champion. And now Zebra Kid kicks to the back of the head. Looks like he could be working on the head, but Samoa's fighting back up.
It does look like that, Nick. It looks as though every time Zebra Kid is hitting Samoa Joe, it's just psyching him up a bit more. As we see Samoa Joe up now, Zebra Kid is still laying in them shots, but Samoa Joe is still standing.
Couple of stinging shots, and now Zebra launches Samoa Joe. Zebra follows it, but Samoa
takes him down. It looked like it was also the Uranagi move there, but the Zebra Kid is down.
That was beautiful. Zebra Kid was running into the clothesline. Samoa Joe just caught him and swept him clean off his feet and down to the mat. Zebra Kid looks like he was struggling for air there. Might have collapsed his throat. And now Samoa Joe with a slap and a kick.
That was was an awesome kick there, and as I said earlier, Nick, Samoa Joe's finisher is a choke. If he is going to work on the head and neck area, and with moves like that, it's pretty obvious he is. It looks like it's only going to be a matter of time before Samoa Joe gets one more point for the Ring of Honor.
What a devastating knee we just saw, followed by the pinfall. Looks like Samoa Joe, being the sadistic champion that he is trying to collapse the throat of the Zebra Kid, perhaps setting up for that chokehold that you were talking about earlier, Tony. And now, Samoa Joe stomping away and putting the weight on the neck of Zebra Kid.
Oh, Samoa Joe there with the face wash, not one, not two. Oh, and a third, Nick. Is he gonna... Nick is setting up for it. He's setting up for the big one. Oh! He almost took his face off.
Looks like Zebra Kid's gonna have to get some pretty serious skin lotion for that. His face must be rubbed raw by that attack. That was terrifying, Tony.
As Samoa Joe rolls to the outside now, the Samoa Joe is in control of this match at the moment. He's going over to the fans. It looks like he's asking for a chair. Nick, in my opinion, this cannot be good for the Zebra Kid.
Any time that chairs are involved, I always do wince a little bit. And I'm just ashamed that it's one of our boys who could be the end of it. Samoa Joe now playfully setting some kicks into Zebra Kid, and he's dragging him over to where he set that chair. I don't like the look of this, Tony.
Nick, he's setting down. What on earth could he be doing? He's sat the Zebra Kid down and he's moving back quite a ways. The
really
fans are behind him. What is this?
Oh,
my Nick! He's put him through the guardrail!
Oh my Lord!
Nick, he's through the guardrail. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Looks like Samoa Joe is doing a lap of victory here. It looks like he just scored a winning goal at Wembley or something.
Nick, look at the guardrail. The guardrail is clean bent. The inside has been ripped out, and Samoa Joe is reaping the adulation at the moment. If I was the Zebra Kid, and I'm not, I'd get back in that ring, I'd tap out, I'd lay down, I'd do whatever it takes to get Samoa Joe to stop hitting me.
Simply put, Samoa Joe just kicked the Zebra Kid's head to the back of the net, and now Samoa Joe is in control. Few more kicks, working on that upper chest, throat area. The Zebra fighting back with his last dying breath.
Zebra Kid has still got some fight in him, Nick. Maybe I spoke a bit too soon. There's an awesome enziguri to the side of the head, taking Samoa Joe down. This match has been full of kicks, forearms and punches. This is one of the most brutal contests I have ever seen, Nick, and I've seen a lot.
Zebra Kid now setting up for something. He's off the second rope. Oh, and a nice leg drop into the ghoulies of Samoa Joe.
Nick, that was a leg drop into the nether regions there. And as it's just been brought to me, Nick, this isn't a match about honor. This is a fight. Both of these are honourable men, but at the moment it's all about the fight. Zebra Kid laying a few more blows in to the Samoa Joe ROH champion.
Pinfall, but a kick out.
He manages to kick out there, but you've got to believe Samoa Joe is a little bit dazed at the moment. It looks as though Zebra's just going to carry on, laying them kicks in, headbutts, whatever it takes to take the big man down.
Couple of fan punches there in the corner, and Zebra Kid, he managed to get Samoa Joe onto the top rope. Could be setting up for something. Oh, this is like a bitch slap seminar going on right here, Tony.
Nick, look at the slaps, back and forth, back and forth. Zebra Kid now, he's going up. What's he going for here?
Oh, my God. Jeez, Tony, did you see that? That was like a second row DDT. Samoa Joe must be out. Looks like the Zebra Kid was aiming for that concussion throughout the whole match, and he might have just scored it there. And now he's going up top. Could he be going for the Zebra crossing splash, or maybe the perfect elbow, Tony?
I'm not sure, Nick, but Zebra Kid is no stranger to being on the top rope. Samoa Joe in the middle of the ring. He is stirring, but Zebra Kid looks like he does have something dangerous on his mind.
He's waiting for Samoa Joe to stand up, and wait, nice drop kick from the top rope. Both men are down.
Sorry to cut you off there, Nick. It was an awesome drop kick. And as we see, Nick, the Zebra Kid signalling for his patented finisher, the Zebra Crossing.
Now, if the Zebra Kid can hit this FWA boy will make us super proud, because not only will we be 3-1 up in this tournament, but it looks like the Zebra Kid could be leaving the new Ring of Honor champion, Tony.
How awesome would that be, Nick, for the Zebra Kid to walk out here with 2 belts? But the Zebra Kid seems to be acting a bit cocky at the moment, Nick. He's jaw-jacking, he's showing off to some fans, when really he should be concentrating on Samoa Joe.
Well, the Zebra Kid now finally managing to get to the top, just as Samoa Joe's beginning to stir. And now, the Zebra Kid, will he hit it? No! Samoa's got him down in the armbar!
Samoa Joe managed to reverse it into a Fujiwara armbar. Are we going to see the Zebra Kid tap out here? Samoa Joe has got it locked in.
Will the Zebra Kid tap right here tonight? Samoa Joe frustrated, and look, Tony, he's going for those knees straight off the bat.
Nick, he's laying them knees in. They are a sound for his finisher, but he goes for the pin instead. 2, 3, no! The Zebra Kid has still got some fight in him.
The fire the Zebra Kid still burns, but it looks like and Samoa Joe just snuffed out that flame.
That was an awesome clothesline to the back of the head there. Samoa Joe back in for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out again from the Zebra Kid.
Looks like the Zebra Kid still has some will in him, and Samoa Joe, quite frankly, is looking a bit dumbfounded here, Tony. And now Samoa Joe could be going for the kill. He might smell blood here, Tony.
As we see Samoa Joe laying in some vicious kicks there to the Zebra Kid. Surely Samoa Joe, devastating forearm there. Surely Samoa Joe is going to want to start thinking about maybe applying that choke, maybe trying something to take the kid out.
The Zebra Kid desperately trying to get to his feet. So desperately he's using his opponent as a kind of a support. I don't know how much more the Zebra Kid can take of this, Tony.
You know, Nick, it seems at the moment as though Samoa Joe is being a little bit disrespectful for the Ring of Honor champion. He's laying in some blows, he's taunting him, he's being a little bit cocky, but again, the Zebra Kid is fighting back. Nick, I can't believe the Zebra
Kid now with a couple of blows and then a kick to the nose, and there's a lariat. Samoa Joe still standing off the ropes again, but Samoa just won't go down. Zebra again, he's caught, and a vicious German.
Awesome German suplex there. What we see, Samoa Joe's hanging on. He's going for the dragon suplex up and over on the back of his head, Nick. And Samoa Joe still has hold of the Zebra Kid.
That was a sickening
Nick, a
suplex.
cross-arm German suplex 2, 3. It's all over. The Zebra Kid has been beaten by the Ring of Honor champion Samoa Joe.
That was a phenomenal match, but the Zebra Kid, he's out for the count. 3 suplex in a row. The German, the full Nelson, and then finally, it was sort of like how would you call it? A wrist-lock German suplex, Tony. You know more on this.
It was a cross-arm German suplex, Nick. It doesn't matter what the name of it was. At the moment, we see Samoa Joe standing on his feet. He's still got his belt, and he's won over the admiration of these FWA fans here tonight. And at the moment, Nick, as it stands, it's 2 to Ring of Honor and 2 to the FWA.
It's drawn now, and you've got to wonder, the next match to come up for Ring of Honor versus FWA will be Loki versus Flash Barker. But here, a wonderful show of respect, Tony.
And you can see the look on Samoa Joe's face. He's happy. And you can see the look on Zebra Kid's face. He's clutching the back of his head. Nick, as you said, he may be out on his feet. Tomorrow he's going to be battered and bruised. But I think tomorrow he's going to have a whole heck of new fans for the Zebra Kid.
They all got behind him for this match. The Zebra Kid should not be disappointed with that match. And as for Samoa Joe, what a hell of a representative for the Ring of Honor company. The Tony coming up next, 6-person hardcore tag team challenge. The Family versus Ulf Herman, Nikita, and the show stealer Alex Shane.
Nick, the feud between the Family, Alex Shane, Nikita and Ulf Herman has been brewing for a very long time. And for me, this is the boiling point right here tonight in the York Hall Bethnal Green. We're going to see a hardcore match, the likes of which the FWA fans have never seen before. Lock your doors, batten down the hatches. This is going to be a hardcore night to remember.
Earlier tonight, Tony, we heard from the Family in regards to this upcoming match. However, now we're going to go backstage to hear from Alex Shane, Ulf Herman and Nikita in regards to their challenge with the Family.
Saturday, May the 17th, 2003, the FWA ROH Frontiers of Honor. It's all about crossing frontiers, it's all about honor, but the honor stops now. You see, for the last 6 months, the Family have been running roughshod all over the FWA, but now, boys, it's personal. When you took the titles from around mine and old's waist, when you smashed my girlfriend in the face with a chair, you got in my face, you got in my business, and now you're going to pay, because right here, in tonight's infamous Bethnal Green's York Hall, which has seen blood, guts, tears, and some of the most violent boxing that this world has ever seen, tonight it's going to see some of the most violent wrestling that the FWA has ever seen. Because we are going to kick your asses and win those belts back. And there are 2 things you can do about it. That's nothing and like it. And if you don't get what I'm saying, maybe Ulf, you can fill them in a little bit more.
You know what? You know what? I'm sick and tired of Paul Terrell. You know what you did last time? You remember splitting that my skull? I need 12 stitches to get it clicked. 12! And you know, no, it's personal. It's not about the Family, Alex Shane and me. No, it's personal. It's Paul Terrell and me. And tonight, it's payback time. So, sit back and watch, because I kick some ass tonight.
Nick, the family making their way down to ringside, the FWA Tag Team Champions. We've got the Messiah Brandon Thomas, Solid Gold Scott Parker, Paul Travell, Ian Disciple, and Ash, formerly of the New Breed.
Founded by the Messiah Brandon Thomas and now being led by the new manager Greg Lambert, the family are truly a devastating force in the Frontier Wrestling Alliance. Currently, they are the holders of the Tag Team Championship, which you see the Messiah holding so proudly in the back there. And there they are, walking around ringside, seeping terror through the fans here tonight in York Hall, Bethnal Green. But although they're seeping terror into the fans right now, what they're going to face is even more terrifying, and that is a swearing German, an angry show stealer, and one nicked off Nikita. Tonight is going to be a war.
Indeed it is, Nick, it is going to be a war. Brandon Thomas looked around the FWA locker room and he chose what he likes to call the Forgotten Warriors of the FWA. He chose Scott Parker, he chose Ash of the New Breed, and he chose Paul Travell to join him in the family. And under the guidance of Brandon Thomas and under the leadership of Greg the Truth Lambert, the family are not only one, but 2 times FWA Tag Team Champions. Nick, it appears to me as though the FWA fans tonight here in York Hall, Bethnal Green are not prepared to listen to the truth speak. Nick, it seems as though the truth is trying to get over to these fans that they're not here to see FWA versus a Ring of Honor, they're here to see the family. And Nick, for me that is just ludicrous.
Well, I don't know, Tony. I mean, you are talking about the FWA Tag Team Champions. I mean, come on, Tony. There is a massive competition going on here. UK versus the USA. The FWA versus Ring of Honor. The Ring of Honor promotion has a series of fantastic tag teams. Surely the FWA could have brought one of these teams over to face the family. But no, the family will once again looked over by the FWA management.
Nick, with comments like that from Greg the Truth Lambert, it's obvious to see why he's one of the most hated men in the FWA.
Tony, I don't know what you're talking about. Greg the Truth Lambert, with his leadership skills, have dragged out of the cutter the careers of men like Paul Travell and Scott Parker. Scott Parker was considered a shoo-in for the FWA title, and look where he is now. Oh, wait a minute, Tony. Looks like action's about to pick up.
And the lights go down, and it looks as though their opponents are about to make their way down to ringside. The show stealer Alex Shane, Ulf Herman and Nikita. Nick, they couldn't wait any longer as we see the team of Alex Shane, Nikita and Ulf Herman, and it looks as though they've brought a garbage van full of goodies with them. They are prepared for tonight's match with the family. It looks as though it's going to be no holds barred, all-out brawling action.
If you look at it, it's a daunting task for either team. Alex Shane, Ulf Herman, Nikita. I mean, look at Alex and Ulf. They have the size advantage, no doubt about it. But the family have the numbers advantage. Now, let's see if we can get some of these members to the back. I don't know how the referee's going to do this. It's hardcore. What's he going to do? Disqualify them?
I'm not sure, Nick, but as they all race into the ring now.
Oh, there they go, and they're off. Paul Travell's picking it off with Nikita. Meanwhile, Alex Shane has got Solid Gold Scott Parker and former New Breed member Ash Meanwhile, switch off the right, reversal and a double clothesline.
It looks as though both members of Alex Shane and Ulf Herman's team will be in double team, but they managed to switch it around and put the boots in on the family. As we see now, is it going to be double slingshot action, Nick?
And oh my lord, the family have just wiped each other out there. Alex and Ulf had a plan coming into this, and now they are dominating the ring. Alex and Ulf are standing tall.
Nick, when you've got a team like the family, nice stunner there from Nikita. When you have a team like the family, and Ulf Herman showing a fantastic display of strength here. He's just got Paul Travella and he's holding him there for a long time, and that sends him down.
Terrifying height, Tony. Sorry to cut you off, but I could not believe the drop. Straight on top of the family. The family are out and the fans are cheering for... Wait, the show stealer off the top!
The show stealer off the top, Nick. He landed on his feet. This man stands at nearly 6 feet 8 inches tall. You see him climbing over the top rope there. He dived to the outside and landed on his feet, Nick.
There's no denying he might be a big bugger, but he has the agility of a cat. And now, Ulf, Nikita and Alex are merely waiting to pick the remains of the family.
You know, Nick, there are so many members of the family. How are they going to compete? Well, it's obvious. The team of Ulf Herman, Alex Shane, Nikita are going to take them all on at the same time.
The referee has just told Jane Childs, and Jane Childs has now announced that members of the family must go to the back. It must be free on free. What?
Nick, it looks as though that T-shirt says Greg Lambert's wife. I'm not sure if it is. Ulf Herman with a vicious pole driver. Nick, would you say the pole driver ban had been lifted for this match?
I don't know. Ulf could be facing a very serious fee for that. He just pile drove Greg Lambert's wife. That was hilarious. You gotta love these wild fans in the front row, Tony.
Nick, going back to what you said, the referee has issued a count saying basically members of the family that aren't involved in this match have to go to the back.
Well, as you can hear the fans calling, it's goodbye for some members of the family. And man, this is horrendous because now the numbers advantage has gone. This is going to be a lot more of a level playing field. And quite frankly, you do not want to be on a level playing field with Ulf Herman and Alex Shane, as well as Nikita. She packs a pretty mean punch herself, Tony.
You know, Nick, when I think back about how this whole feud started with the family, I think back to nearly 2 years ago when it was the show stealer Alex Shane himself taking on Brandon Thomas, and basically he said, find him, he looked like a piece of spaghetti that looked like Jesus. Who would have known that all that time ago, after that match, Brandon Thomas had it planted into his head that he had a plan and he had to fulfill it. As we go back to the action now, Paul Travella blocking his way there as he sends Nikita off. And a leg lariat taking Nikita down.
Fantastic sidekick, Tony. Remember, these two last met at British Uprising, and what a hell of a contest. And a lovely turtle there by Nikita. There is some true hot blood going on here. Arm drag there by Nikita. Back up again. Japanese arm drag. Paul Travella just can't catch his breath. Nikita now wearing away on Paul Travella. Kicking in the corner. Nikita now launches Paul Travella out. Paul with a reversal. He's going in with something, but Nikita's got a pinfall and it's time.
1, 2, and a kick out from Paul Travella. Nikita is not letting Paul Travella have anything here. As Paul Travella, spinebuster!
That was devastating. Paul Travella's just wiped out Nikita with that move. I remember back at British Uprising when he hit that spinebuster, it turned the tide of the entire contest. Let's see if he can do the same here as Paul Travella now goes to the second rope, most likely for a second rope leg drop, which he's known for. And he's setting up and he connects.
Nick, he hits it perfectly. Is he going to go in for the pin here? Yes, he is. 1, 2, and a kick out. Nikita had the advantage from the get-go. She was laying in moves left, right, and centre. But that one move, that one devastating spinebuster has turned the tide as the Messiah Brandon Thomas comes into the ring now with a blow to the back of the head of Nikita.
Nikita managed to squeeze out that pinfall attempt, and she's met with the Messiah. She's going off the ropes, crossbody for the Messiah's corner, and a lovely rib breaker there by the Messiah.
Look at the way the Messiah looks at Alex Shane then. It was like, look what I'm doing to your girlfriend. The show stealer obviously discussing. He did spit at the Messiah, but Nick, I probably would too, as the Messiah there going for a back suplex, but Nikita rolls out of it.
Messiah now coming in, but Nikita managed to boot him up. Nikita setting up top. And a second right drop kick. The Messiah is down. And the show stealer has been tagged in, Tony.
This can only be a bad thing for Messiah Brandon Thomas. Alex Shane with a cocky grin on his face. Brandon Thomas holding the crucifix. It may scare Dracula, but it's not going to scare the show stealer.
Whips out of the corner, but he's gone to the knee. And now he's taking up the check up from the neck up. He takes him up. And wait, no, Messiah won't full Nelson. Alex switches. Full Nelson moves on. Messiah slips up. Alex now flips him straight back with his feet. Full Nelson again. Around. He's going for a backslide. Tony, will he get it?
And Brandon Thomas flips up over onto his feet, and he's under the clothesline. He throws in the punch. Alex Shane grabs it, asks for the kick. Brandon Thomas gives it to him. It looks like he's going to get it. Is he? It's the checkup from the neck up.
And the Messiah is out for the count. Alex Shane hit the checkup from the neck up, and now he has the advantage. He must have been waiting this opportunity for a long time. Into the car, and there it is, Tony. One night stand coming up. Messiah flips out, rolls, but Alex Shane's in for that double choke bar. Messiah kicks and attack to solid gold Scott Parker. And there he is, setting for the hip toss. Scott blocks, leg over, and he flips over.
Up and over, Alex Shane up with a choke bomb and down Scott Parker. My word, Nick, Scott Parker felt the force of that one. Alex Shane now. Nick, Alex Shane has quite clearly knocked Scott Parker for 6. Parker is down. Alex Shane doesn't. I mean, he looks a bit
Parker
confused.
looks like a sandbag, quite frankly. And Paul Travell comes in to recover. Oh my lord, I'm worried for Scott Parker, but I'm more worried for Paul Travell, who's in there with one angry man. And Alex is signaling to the near 7-foot German Ulf Herman, and Herman is in this match.
It looks as though Paul Travell has a petrified look on his face, and if I was Paul Travell, Nick, I sure as hell would do. Paul Travell's looking around, he's thinking, what can I do? What can I do against this 7-foot German?
My lord, Tony, remember these two have some true animosity between each other. After all, do you remember when Paul Travell smashed that chair of Ulf Herman's head? Ulf Herman's head split open like a grapefruit, and it was that chair shot that allowed the family to become the tag team champions of the FWA. I don't know what Paul Travell's doing here, but I wouldn't play games with Ulf Herman.
That's exactly what I wouldn't do, Nick. It looks as though Paul Travell was trying to play the Roman knuckle-up game with Ulf Herman. You only have to look at his size, though, but Paul Travell with a couple of kicks, a few kicks in there, and he's punching away, and he's punching away.
And I think Paul's on a lost cause here, because the German isn't even moving. Off the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Off, no way. Paul Travell flips out. So Paul Travell now, oh, the big boot square in the nose.
It looked like he took his face off. Paul Travell went one way, sent off the ropes, and then threw out to the outside. Paul Travell, much like his teammate Scott Parker, looks dazed and confused.
It could be the Messiah on his own now against this phenomenal threesome of Alex Shane, Ulf Herman, and Nikita. And now Ulf Herman is going to pick the carcass dry of Paul Travell.
You know, Nick, the way I'm seeing it right now is, are the family glad they took this match on with these 3 people? Because at the moment, Ulf Herman, Alex Shane, and Nikita have been in control, and Ulf Herman up and down with an awesome chokeslam. You see Paul Travell arching his back. He's in a whole world of hurt right now as Ulf Herman is just picking him apart.
That was a ride that Paul did not want to go for. And now Paul Travell, he's been set up with a reverse powerbomb. Travell is, I was going to say out, but I think dead would be a more appropriate term.
It looks as though Ulf Herman should, well, if it was me, Ulf Herman should go in for the cover here and put the family away nice and early.
Well, let's see if Ulf obviously isn't smart enough to do that. He's picking up Paul Travell, and Paul Travell with almost like a football-like kick to the golden balls of Ulf Herman, and now a snapmare, and Ulf Herman is down.
Nick, you saw it there, the other members of the family distracting referee Andrew Coyne, and Paul Travell managed to get the boot in there as he goes with a nice second rope moonsault onto Ulf Herman. In for the pin.
No, too soon, Tony.
It was too soon. It's going to take a lot more than that to put Ulf Herman away as the Messiah is tagged back into the match. It looks as though the family are going to have to use dirty tactics on the team of Ulf Herman, Alex Shane, and Nikita. A nice suplex there from both members of the family taking Ulf Herman down.
The righteous one, Paul Travell, and the Messiah, Brandon Thomas, managed to power power over Ulf Herman with that double super. Referee Andrew Collin just got lobbed into the right, and Messiah's been set up. Alex Shane now with a Shane-sation.
Alex Shane up and over with the Shane-sation. It's not often you see the show stealer do a few moves in every match, and each one has been devastating. Much like that suicide dive over the top rope from Paul Travell. You know, say what I like about the family, I can't take away from the fact that they're awesome wrestlers. Nikita up and down, and Nikita from the top rope down as well.
Nikita picked her spot beautifully, and everyone is waiting.
Scott Parker with a gold rush as well. Nick, pandemonium is striking all over the York Hall in Bethnal Green at the moment. And what's happening here? The big German is up and down as well.
I've always wondered if a German could fly, and now I know. Everyone is out. I think the only man standing, I think it was the Messiah, Brandon Thomas. Everyone else seems to be out on the outside, Tony. And Brandon Thomas, speaking of the devil, he's a sort of senton from the top row.
A nice senton there from the Messiah. Everyone has jumped over the top, over the ropes. Everyone is on the outside. Ulf Herman and the referee are the only men standing at the moment. The family are down. Some of the team members of Alex Shane's team are down as well. Everyone getting slowly up to their feet at the moment as Alex Shane is leading the Messiah somewhere. Oh, and face first into the guardrail. Alex Shane has one thing on his mind, and it's the destruction of the Messiah.
Alex Shane looks to please his fans, and what a way to please them by smashing his opponent's face in front of them. And now Ulf Herman has lobbed Scott Parker into the ring. Scott Parker, he's dazed, he's confused, probably suffering from that series of suicide dives from the outside. But Scott is fighting back, but the German is not moving, Tony.
The German is just standing there shaking his head as Scott Parker trying to bend the tray back into place. He's thinking one more. Oh, Scott Parker got a vicious kick there, and Scott Parker got hit over the head with the bacon tray. He tried to level Ulf Herman with. It was a bacon tray, it was a frying pan. It's going to take more than that to knock out Ulf Herman. As we see Paul Travell moving up the guardrail here with Nikita. This doesn't look good for Nikita at the moment. As we see once again Ulf Herman in the ring, he's putting a builder's helmet on Scott Parker, Nick.
Maybe he cares for his welfare. I'm not really sure what's going through Ulf's head, quite frankly.
He's got a big stick. Oh, that was a big stick broken into, and Alex Shane manages to body slam the Messiah onto a hard wooden floor. And Nick, believe me, that wooden floor is very solid. We see Ulf Herman dancing around the ring, and the truth does not look happy.
Alex Shane setting up a power driver, but Brandon, he's just powered him over. Alex Shane is out on the outside. I've got to tell you though, Tony, I'm glad that Ulf Herman did put a hard hat on Scott, because another shot to the side of Scott Parker. I'm glad he used that hard hat, because I wouldn't want Ulf to be arrested for manslaughter here tonight. He's a very promising future for the FWA. And now Alex Shane on the outside. He's taking it to Brandon Messiah. What is he doing, Tony?
Nick, that's a toilet seat. I don't know what Ulf Herman's got in mind, but you can bet your life it's not good for Scott Parker. As Alex Shane's got a staple gun, Nick. I've never seen this in the FWA. Oh! I've never seen the staple gun, and I've never seen anyone take a toilet seat to the crutch before. Scott Parker is screaming in agony as Ulf Herman is walking around the ring.
Holy exploding toilet seats, Tony. Scott Parker is out with a toilet seat to the genitalia area. And now Alex Shane is bringing Brandon Thomas and he's brought the staple gun with him.
Alex Shane has brought a new friend with him into the FWA. Brandon Thomas looks as though he's maybe trying for a way out. He's holding onto the ring post. Alex Shane has the staple gun, he has a poster, and he's stuck into the turnbuckle, Nick. This cannot be good for the Messiah.
Surely that product placement, that has to be illegal. Oh no, Alex, don't. He's stepped away.
No,
what's he doing?
Nick is doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing by Brandon Thomas.
Oh no. I know Alex Shane. He's a devious sod. He's wet.
Oh, Nick, he just used the staple gun in the nether regions of the Messiah. Nick, I can't believe it. He's got the staple gun once again. This is not over between Alex Shane and the family.
It seems to me that the family won't be hearing the patter of little feet from Brandon Thomas anytime soon.
Alex Shane has got the staple gun, Nick, and he just drove a staple into the Messiah's head. The Messiah has to be busted open from that. Nick, he's using a staple gun. The thing we put posters up around town, he's using it on the Messiah as a weapon.
The Messiah has been stapled. Well and good. I hope I wasn't in the eye. I'm very scared of Brandon Thomas. Stapled guns are not a laughing matter.
Nick, up and over, out onto into the mats on the outside. 3 times the Messiah was stapled in the head. It's not going to bode well for the Messiah's brain power as Alex Shane is leading him through the crowd. I have no idea what is on Alex Shane's mind. All I can think of is blood revenge.
3 staples in the head and 1 in the unmentionables.
As we see Greg Lambert arguing with referee Andrew Coyne. I don't know why he's arguing. This is a no-holds-barred match. And as we see, Nick is in Disciple and Ash, formerly of the New Breed, now taking Nick. It's outnumbering the team of Alex Shane and Ulf Herman once again. It was 5 in the beginning and it's 5 now.
Tony, what? That's Nikita! Nikita's on the balcony, Tony!
Nick, she's on the balcony. Nick.
Oh, heaven! Oh, my God! Oh, my Lord! Tony, did you see that?
Nick, that was 25 feet in the air. Look, we saw a replay. Nick, can you... The second time. Nick, we have just seen Nikita jump 25 feet in the air from the balcony. To my knowledge, that is the first time I have ever heard or seen a woman do that, ever. As you can see, everybody is down. It looks as though everybody is out, although Ulf Herman and Alex Shane are now once again standing proud.
Did you see the impact of that dive? I'll tell you one thing, Nikita. Oh, no, Greg, that was very silly, my friend. Alex Shane does not like Greg Lambert. We all know that these 2 men positively despise each other, and Alex Shane is going to storm the self-proclaimed greatest journalist in the world today. And Paul Travel's just come back into the fray, and he's wearing away on Alex now. Meanwhile, Ulf has bad intentions for Scott Parker, and a leg drop onto Scott.
Leg drop there, managing to break the board over Scott Parker's head, Nick. But at the moment, we're focusing on Nikita. Nikita is down from the balcony dive. She has not got up yet. But as we see in the distance, Alex Shane and Paul Travell are wrestling on the top of the stage. Paul Travell seems to have a Cobra clutch on. Alex Shane was led to the top of the stage. He was trying to get some revenge on the Truth, Greg Lambert, as we see Scott Parker trying to fight back on Ulf Herman. Brandon Thomas is up on the stage with Paul Travell. This cannot be good for the show stealer. Paul Travell is hoisting him up. Brandon Thomas is signalling for something. Brandon Thomas is still bleeding from the staple shots, but his man Alex Shane manages to duck and awesome super kick taking Brandon Thomas out of the action.
That was a very nice kick there from the show stealer. Brandon Thomas could be out. He's got rid of Travell, dumped him in the back, and now he's going back to the Messiah himself. Oh no.
Alex Shane has spotted something, Nick. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it is, it's bad news for the Messiah, Brandon Thomas. He's got him up. Nick, it looks like he's going for the one-night stand.
And he's going for a one-night stand. Oh!
Nick, look at him. Look at the way the body is just shaking violently. Alex Shane put Brandon Thomas through a table with the one-night stand. We can see the fans are going berserk. Both men are down and they are not moving.
And Scott Parker gets the chair. I'm very scared for Alex. Remember, he has a history of a spinal compression injury, and that could trigger it off again. Alex could be out of this. Meanwhile, Nikita fell from the top, and now her knee could be blown. She could be out of it. It looks like Scott Parker's going to be out of it shortly.
Ulf Herman with a mini Inzaguri there to Scott Parker whilst wearing a trash can on his head. Alex Shane is slowly starting to make his way up the ramp.
Well, did you see Paul Travell up on the top there? Can we get a camera back? Oh my Lord!
Oh, Nick, it was a tornado DDT from the top rope. Look at this show stealer roll and stopped it. Nick, he must have rolled like 50 feet. Nick, there are bodies everywhere. Is anyone still able to compete in this match?
Paul Travell looks like he's having problems there. He looks to be in a great deal of pain. And as for Alex Shane, if the one-night stand off the ramp didn't hurt him, then that tornado DDT most certainly will. And it looks like Ash is here to comfort his fellow family member. But legally speaking, the only 2 men who are still walking in this match is that man right there, Ulf Herman, and solid gold Scott Parker. A little tray to the side of the head. Scott is looking rather uneasy. A spit to the eye. Ulf Herman is in control. Ulf now off the ropes, and he takes the bacon tray to the face.
Nick, Scott Parker was out on his feet before, but he's out for the count now. Alex Shane is still down. Nick, you have to remember the old school assassin Cole Kramer. He injured the neck of Alex Shane. Taking a move like that. Sorry, Nick, that was an awesome shot there.
I cannot believe it. that Ulf Herman just shattered that toilet seat in the backside this time of Scott Parker. Oh, Pogorel out of nowhere has just clipped the knee of Ulf Herman. Ulf Herman is down. I don't know how Paul Travell recovered from that tornado DDT, and as you can see, there's security, and now we have medics there to see to Nikita. I mean, Nikita could be seriously hurt, and without the assistance of Nikita, Ulf Herman is in a world of trouble.
As we see Ulf Herman upside down in the tree of woe at the moment, Paul Travell has the chair. Whatever this move is, Nick, it's going to spell trouble for Ulf Herman. As we see Scott Parker, up from the top, driving the chair straight down into Ulf Herman's face. The family have control now. Scott Parker is up on the top, he's posing. His team, he thinks he's going to win.
Nikita's on telly! Nikita's back in, and she's just wailed away on Scott Parker. And now Paul Travell flips over, and he's setting it up. Tony, it's a move I love, the sacrificial slam. Is he going to hit it on the chair?
He manages to hit it. Surely Nikita is out now. Paul Travell, he's still thinking, is he going to inflict more punishment? Surely after that balcony dive, the sacrificial slam, Nikita is out. Alex Shane is out. Ulf Herman is out. Nikita is on her own at the moment. She is at the mercy of the family. Surely Paul Travell would not be so sadistic as to carry on the punishment of Nikita.
Paul Travell is going to the top. He wants to put an exclamation mark on this match. Could he be going for his old-fashioned bloodshot front splash? Oh,
Nikita moved out of the way. She moved out of the way. Paul Travell is holding his ribs. Paul Travell is hurt. It looks as though he's trying to grab the referee's attention. Nikita is up. She's moving over to Paul Travell as she sends him off. And a quick reversal from Travell. And back again. Oh! Nikita sent straight into Andrew Quinn.
The referee got sandwiched, and now Paul Travell is using that distraction to set up for the sacrificial. No, Nikita off the top, and there she goes. Neck breaker after floating out of the slam.
You've got to believe,
Nick.
Nick.
Got the pin.
One,
Got the
two. Come on, three. It's all over. Come on, Nikita. Alex Shane, Nikita.
That has to be it, but the referee was out, Tony.
Oh,
We
Nick.
counter
Ian Disciples on the outside. Nick, it looks as though he's got a tag belt in. What's he doing? Nick, he's pulled Paul Travell out the way. He's pulled Paul Travell. He's down. He's
I
playing.
don't know what Ian's thinking. He's not. Oh!
Man with a belt shot straight to the head of Nikita. But Greg Lambert looks as though he's trying to make sure the referee's up. And it looks as though Ian Disciple, airplane spin into a driver there. And Nikita is down. The referee has come to his feet. One, two. No,
This can't be. Ian Disciple wasn't a legal man. How can that be a legal cover? Obviously, the referee didn't see the switch there, and you can see the jubilation of Greg Lambert's face. The referee has counted the three. This match is over. The family will leave tonight and look at the strewn bodies leading to the ring here in the York Hall. Every man is down and every man is dead.
Nick, this is carnage. It looks like a war zone. The only man standing at the moment is the referee. Nikita is down. Ulf Herman is down. Alex Shane is down. That man right there, Ian Disciple, I hope I never run into him. His actions were despicable. The family walk away. This is a tainted victory. One day I hope Alex Shane, Ulf Herman and Nikita will get their revenge. Although, Nick, I may have spoken too soon. Ulf Herman is up.
The family have absolutely cheated Ulf Herman, Alex Shane and Nikita, and the fact out of what should have been a victory for Alex, Ulf and Nikita, and now the family are regrouping as they retreat to the back. However, they will go back with their pride intact, for they have defeated the most terrifying threesome here in the FWA.
Nick, I don't know what Alex Shane, Ulf Herman and Nikita have to do, but I can tell you one thing. This is only the beginning. This is far from over.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Flash Barker. He is a former FWA champion, and as such, you know he's always a hard challenge, regardless of his opponent. Flash Barker, as of late, he's been showing signs of a no-holds-barred-esque style in the FWA. So how appropriate is it that at Frontiers of Honor, he takes on the Ring of Honor's own Low-Ki? Both men have very strong styles, and they're also very similar. Though I must admit, Tony, Flash Barker tends to be a bit more ground-based, whilst Low-Ki is a bit more there with his kicks.
It's true, Nick, Low-Ki can be a bit of a high flyer as well, but as you said earlier, this is going to be a purist's dream match. Flash Barker Low-Ki for the very first time. Nick, Ring of Honor's own Low-Ki, the first ever Ring of Honor champion. Low-Ki tonight making his FWA debut against Flash Barker. This should be an awesome contest. Both men have very similar styles, but they are poles apart at the same time. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait for them to get it on.
Low-Ki, he is the personification of the Ring of Honor company. A lot of honourable men are drawn naturally to the Ring of Honor promotion, and Low-Ki is a representation of this honour. And now, Steve Linsky, the referee, has called for the bell, and the two men are beginning to square off. Now, Tony, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I am highly anticipating this contest. This truly is a purest dream match, and the Ring of Honor does need this handshake to start the contest off, and now we are ready.
Of course, Nick, the handshake is one of the codes of honor, as Flash Barker goes in there with a kick and Low-Ki with a kick of his own. Both men are maybe going to try and feel each other out in the opening minutes of this match.
I don't know how wise it would be for Barker to go against Low-Ki with those kicks. However, now Flash he's going for that kind of amateur wrestling-esque style, and now he's got a wrist lock on Low-Ki. Low-Ki desperate to fight, and he's got a leg bar there.
Low-Ki manages to roll through and take the leg of Flash Barker. Flash Barker is up to one knee though, and Flash Barker manages to take Low-Ki's leg as Low-Ki now is up on top, chopping Flash Barker. He's going to want to break that hold as both men are sending chops back and forth.
Low-Ki desperate to get out of that hole. I mean, Flash Barker just powered his way into that leg lock. I've never seen anything so devastating. But look at Barker. Just look at his physique. He has been in special training for this match. Low-Ki will have a very hard time ahead of him if he wants to win this match. Now remember, it's 2-2 at the moment, Tony. This match will definitely swing it to either Ring of Honor or FWA when it comes to tonight's competition.
As we saw the standoff there, both men locking eyes with each other and back in now into the lockup, as it looks as though Flash Barker may just have the power advantage onto Low-Ki, taking him down to the mat. Now, Low-Ki's going to watch out that he doesn't get his shoulders pinned here and make a silly mistake. Flash Barker is mounting Low-Ki and laying in some vicious blows there. Low-Ki is trying to cover up, he's trying to send Flash up, Flash off, and now Low-Ki with some vicious blows of his own.
Each man trying to ground and pound the other. It looks like Flash Barker and Low-Ki, they're going to go to the mat. I don't know how wise he'll be for Flash. And hang on, he looks like he's going for Boston Crab, but Low-Ki manages to kick out.
Low-Ki's out. Low-Ki is down on the mat at the moment. He's adopting a new stance. He's laying on his back. He's got his legs in the air. This is more of a shootist style, Nick. He's maybe going to try and take Flash down to the mat, work over a body part. Yeah, it looks as though he may be going for the leg or going for the knee.
I've seen this in many shoot fighting competitions before, Tony. By lying on the ground, you know where all your opponents are. You know where you are. It's a self-defense position. The legs can guard you, and Flash will have a hard time getting past the defender. As you can see, Loki is keeping the body of Barker away from him. And now he's managed to get the body scissors, making Flash Barker's job a little bit harder tonight. However, Barker could get the pinfall here if he knows how to get the leverage on top of Loki.
Flash Barker does have the knuckle on, but Loki is using his heel to pound on the kidneys of Flash Barker. Loki does have the boots now into the face of Flash Barker, and a kick breaks the hold. Flash Barker's off. Loki's still using that ground-based offense.
Loki now onto his feet. Looks like he's changing tactic. He's trying to confuse Flash Barker. Barker obviously was... Oh, nice kick there. And now the trading kicks. Flash Barker. Loki with a couple of kicks. I mean, I wouldn't want to trade kicks on Loki. Those are vicious. Couple of kicks out. I think Loki won that. Oh no, Flash comes back. But Loki now, the leg switch of sorts.
Nice dragon screw leg whip there from Loki. Loki up. Loki saying, if you want to trade kicks with me, Mr. Barker, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going to come out on top. Flash Barker is down. Loki is up.
Loki, sorry to interrupt you, Tony. Loki currently dominating, chopping Barker into the ropes. Let's see if Loki, being the lighter and faster of the two, he might speed the pace up. But Flash Barker is holding onto that rope for dear life.
As you can start to see the red prints on Flash Barker's chest. Oh, awesome! Right hand there. Nick, that just took Loki almost out of his boots. As I was going to say, the welts are appearing on Flash Barker's chest. Loki has been using a lot of chops to try and break Flash Barker down, but with punches like that, it's going to take a hell of a lot for Loki to put Barker away.
Usually in the FWA, punches would be resulting in a yellow card. However, remember, because this is a joint competition, we decided to remove the red and yellow card rule system. Oh, and Flash Barker just nudged Linsky out of the way just there. Now he hit him with that lariat. Loki is down. Linsky warning Barker, but I don't think Barker cares.
Flash Barker's just basically using his power and size against Loki at the moment, Nick. That's the only way he can get some advantage against the American. As Loki is sent down, and Flash Barker with an awesome kick to the spine. Look at the look on Loki's face, Nick. He is firing up. He is pretty angry, and an awesome drop kick there to the back of Loki's head.
A kick to the base of the spine there to Loki, and then a kick to the back of the head. Flash Barker now with a reverse chin lock. He's trying to put the pressure on Loki, perhaps trying to get him to submit. He's blocking those major arteries on the side of the neck. Loki could now be blacking out, and referee Steve Linsky is there to make sure that if the submission or the knockout is achieved, that he will call it.
Loki needs to get to his feet, which he has done. An awesome combo kick, taking Flash Barker down. That hit him square in the forehead. Flash Barker is blinking. Flash Barker may be out on his feet, but as you look, Loki may have injured his shoulder there, Nick. Loki is rolling around, and Flash Barker somehow is up at the moment. This has been a very slow-paced match. They're not just feeling each other out, they're trying to use their moves effectively, as Flash Barker using the power game with a stomp there to Loki's head.
Flash Barker now picking up the limp body of Loki, setting him up. Nice body slam there, going back to the traditionals of pro wrestling, and a vicious leg drop. And now Barker's going for the pin. No, is he going for the pinfall, Tony? Yes, there it is. 1, 2. Loki kicked out just before the 2.
It has been, sorry Nick to cut you off, it has been quite a bit of offense onto Loki's head and neck area, but it will take a little bit more than that to put out Ring of Honor's own Loki. But at the moment, Flash Barker does seem to be focusing on one area. Maybe he's going to go for a submission, I'm not sure, as he sends Loki into the corner, and again with those devastating punches to the side of Loki's head.
Flash Barker's known for having some of the most vicious punches in the FWA, and he's proving his point right here. And now he's driving the knees, but Loki is trying to kick the bigger man away.
Loki's trying to fire back, sorry. He's got one kick, he sent Flash Barker into the ropes, managed to get him choked on the ropes, as Loki now looks like he's maybe going for one! Is he going to go for the second one, Nick? Oh, he manages to land it! Nick, this is the crush combo. If he hits the third one, it could be well and truly all over.
Oh! Holy sweet mother, Tony, that was vicious. I've seen Loki's kicks before, but none that aggressive. And now Barker could be over 1. No!
Nick,
I think Flash kicked out just at the 2 there.
you know what, Nick? That was a surprise to me. Not many people have managed to kick out of the crush combo. The third kick to the side of the head took Flash down. It looked as though Flash was out, but Loki is utilising them kicks on the head and back area of Flash Barker. And he goes in for the pin now. 1, 2, no! A kick out from Flash Barker. Are we going to see the Dragon Crutch from Loki? That's one of his favourite finishes, with a stomp there from Loki and an awesome Muta-like elbow.
I cannot believe that Flash Barker and Low-Ki are still going. I have a newfound respect for both men. They truly are bringing each other to the limit. Low-Ki now with the cover. 1, 2. But Flash managed to kick out. Both men are kicking out just after the 2. I cannot see either man going down for the 3. Now remember, Tony, if one of these men win, it'll become 3-2, either to Ring of Honor or FWA. Whoever wins this match will give a massive advantage. Oh, series of kicks there. They're vicious. But Barker's got him. Barker off the rope. He's trying to go for a pinfall, but Low-Ki reverses.
Low-Ki dropped toe holded there, Flash Barker onto the ropes. He was going for the Koala kicks, but Flash Barker managed to switch it round as Low-Ki now off the second rope. Oh, an awesome side kick to the head. Nick, how much more punishment can Flash Barker's head take? I mean, Flash Barker is a big man, but if you knock someone's head off, you're going to take him out.
I cannot believe that Flash keeps kicking out. That springboard off the second rope into the side kick, that should have knocked out Barker for good. But Flash Barker is still going, and Low-Ki must be getting frustrated. And you've got to believe that when you're in the ring with a professional like Flash Barker, you don't want to get frustrated. Barker now into the corner, and Low-Ki will chop him to death.
Low-Ki opening up with the chops there, some Mongolian chops, sorry, to the head, some to the chest. Low-Ki is basically dominating this match at the moment, but Nick, as we've seen it so far in this match, it can go one way or another, as Low-Ki running in there with an awesome kick straight to the face.
Bloody hell, Tony, they got a lot of velocity there, and he just drove his leg Larry into Barker. I cannot believe that this match is still going on. You would have thought Linsky would be compassionate enough to end this match, but I suppose you wouldn't want to upset the fans. We want a definite winner right here tonight. A nice European uppercut there by the young American. Barker replying in tow. A nice chop there, bringing up well. Oh, that will burn the skin of any man. Double Mongolian chop, a vicious right hand. Oh, and a wheel kick.
Low-Ki utilising the cartwheel kick once again. Basically, they're just trying to chop and hack and beat the living hell out of each other, Nick. You know, you talk about your pure wrestling divisions in companies all over the world. This is the kind of action we like to see in the FWA. Two wrestlers going at it, tooth and nail. Chops left and right as Low-Ki now in with the triangle lock, trying to cut off the air supply of Flash Barker.
The triangle lock deeply applied in there. Flash could be fading away. You can see the blood rushing to his face. Flash desperate to fight out. Low-Ki trying to put the pressure on, but we'll see if Flash can get out of this. Maybe he can get to the ropes, but I'm just not sure at the moment.
Flash Barker's going to want to maybe try and get to the ropes, even try and get to his knees, try anything he can to break the hold of Low-Ki. Low-Ki's legs are wrenched in tight around Flash Barker's neck at the moment. As you hear the fans, they're clapping, they're trying. Well, Low-Ki broke the hold, but he's going for the pin. No! Flash Barker again up with a 2.
I think the way Low-Ki was looking at it is that if Flash Barker was out, he could have got the pinfall. But obviously there was still enough blood in the head of this big British lad that is Flash Barker to keep him going. Low-Ki now setting up for something maybe. No, he kicks him in the gut. And now, once again, in the corner, Flash Barker is at the mercy of Low-Ki.
Nick, those stinging chops as Flash Barker managed to reverse and send Low-Ki into the corner. And Low-Ki out through the middle rope. And Flash Barker there goes with the punch. Low-Ki, he's got it good, he's got it grin. This is a Dragon Crutch. This is one of the most devastating moves in Low-Ki's arsenal. He is in the rope, so he is going to have to break the hold. But this can weigh you down like no other move.
Oh my lord, that was wrenching the neck and the back of Barker. Barker, he gets a closer. Nice Hurricane Rana! Go Flash!
Sorry, Nick, Flash Barker managed to pull that literally out of nowhere too. No, it wasn't meant to be that time. That came out of nowhere. It's not often you see a man like Flash Barker pull a move out like that, especially this late in the match. They've been going at it, hard hitting tooth and nail for at least 10 minutes now, and neither man has given up yet. And for Flash Barker to still be able to pull things like that out of his arsenal, maybe we're going to walk out and bring up, FWA 1 point ahead.
I cannot believe I just saw Flash Barker, one of the biggest competitors in the country, do a Hurricane Rana. That was unbelievable. Look back to the match. Flash now softening up Low-Ki, but Low-Ki's got the leg out. Was that a kick to the groin, Tony?
I'm not sure if it's a kick to the corner, inside thigh. Oh, it looked like he was going for the Shining Wizard, but he managed to get him on the way back with his kick to the head. Once again, the head of Flash Barker being knocked left and right. Low-Ki has an intense look on his face. I think it's finally clicked to Low-Ki. Maybe this is what I have to do.
That was a shining example of the confidence that Low-Ki has. He might have missed the Shining Wizard, but it didn't let him stop him. He then went for that back heel kick. and he took Flash down. Low-key could be set up for the key clutch. He's getting it, Tony. He's got it, but Flash, he's managing to block the momentum. He's got Low-key up.
Flash looks like he's trying to get to his knees, Nick. If he can get to his knees, surely this is going to help Flash. He's trying to back him into the corner, but Low-key is still managing to hold on. He still has hold of Flash, but no, he's broken the hold. Both men are very tired at the moment, Nick, as Low-key climbs back into the ring, as Flash Barker grabs him and takes him down with an awesome spine buster.
That was a heavy spine buster, 2, 3, no! That, he barely kicked out, Tony.
Barely kicked out, Nick. You're not kidding. Both look at the looks on both men's faces. They've done everything from pure wrestling, pulling out high moves to hard-hitting power moves. But Flash Barker in control at the minute. I don't know what Flash Barker has to do, but he has to do something quickly. Low-key seems to have so much fight in him, he just does not want to give up.
Flash Barker now delivering a lariat and a second to Low-key, setting him up for a third. Could he be going for a fourth one? He's winding up for a big one, I think. No, but Low-key, he's going for some sort of... Oh, he's got a submission hold on him, Tony. Could this be it?
Low-key's got the head, he's got the arm, and Flash Barker is down. Flash Barker is down. This looks devastating. You can see the veins in Low-key's head. They are pulsating. Both men now are fighting with all they can. Flash Barker, surely. Come on, Flash. Hold on. Hold on.
Flash Barker could be out. Low-key might be leveling the score here. And the way Flash has got to the ropes.
Thank the Lord, Nick. Flash Barker managed to get to the ropes, but you can see the strain and effort that it took out of Low-key as well as it did Flash Barker. Low-key is clutching his left arm. He may have injured it earlier on during the match. I'm not entirely sure, but Low-key has Flash in the corner. Oh, and an awesome sidekick there.
That was a phenomenal kick from Low-key. He is so strong with his kicks on both legs. It is phenomenal. The educated feet of Low-key to coin a frame are wailing away at Flash Barker. Flash Barker now with another right hand to the head of Low-key. And Low-key is looking a bit dazed and confused right about now.
Nick, as you see it, Low-key firing up. Oh, no, there he goes in with a cartwheel kick. Surely this is it, Nick. Oh, but look, Low-key's down. Low-key is clutching that arm. He is holding that arm. It looks as though he must have injured it. But Low-key is up and Low-key is signaling for the key crusher. I have never seen him do it on a man the size of Flash Barker. But if he can, surely it's all over.
There is no way in hell that Low-key can pick up a man like Flash Barker, but he's gonna try. He's gonna try.
He's got him up. He goes for the second
attempt.
No, it wasn't meant to be. He couldn't get it. Flash Barker was just too big. Flash Barker tried to go over the Gorilla Press there. It looks as though Low-key once again back with a submission hold, holding the arm, holding the head, but Flash Barker managed to back into the corner and knock Low-key off of him.
Low-key got a variation of the Eastern stretch, but now Flash Barker picking up a military press into a sort of a power slam. That has to be it. 2 and a 3.
Oh, a kick out again, Nick. It seems like every time one wrestler has the advantage, 1 minute it's Flash's way, then Low-key fires back. Then Low-key's in control, and then Flash fires back. It's back and forth, Nick. This is so hard to call.
I swear that was the end of the match, and now Flash Barker could be signaling for his signature move, the flash in the pan. Oh my, Low-key escapes. He's got him in a double underhook suplex, and oh my Lord, Tony, both men are out. I don't know who got the worst of that one.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. There, I'm not sure who got the worst of it. Low-key is blatantly clutching his arm now, as referee Steve Linsky is admonishing the 10 count. Now, if this goes to a double count out, I'm not sure what the point situation will be. But one of these men, they're going to want to try as hard as they can to get out before the 10 count.
Looks like both men are struggling to get to their feet. Let's see who can get to his feet first. And it's Barker.
Barker's up, Nick, and he must have one thing in mind, the destruction of Low-key. Barker now with a vicious few punches there, but Low-key firing back as well. He's going punch for punch as Barker just uses a takedown on Low-key.
Grounding and pounding again, but Low-key looks like he's going for some sort of armbar, and he's got it. And it looks like it could be a submission win for Low-key if he can hold this move on. Flash Barker, center of the ring, but he's battling out. You can sense the excitement from the fans. A right, another right, and he keeps waving away. The point situation is dire here. Low-key now again with the arm.
Once again, Low-key back into the cross arm breaker. He had it on before, and Flash was trying all as hard as he could to try and punch his way out of it, but Low-key back into the cross arm breaker. Both men have broke the hold though, and
whoa, the bell! Barker submitted! I think he submitted anyway,
Nick,
Tony.
he must have done. Low-key had the cross arm breaker, but I'm not sure. Let's hear the decision.
A draw? Can we have a draw in this contest?
Nick, I'm not entirely sure how that will stand, but the ring announcer Jane Charles has just said this match is a draw. It must have gone to the time limit. That's the only reason I would say it has gone to a draw. Neither man managed to pin the other or tap out.
Tony, listen to the fans. They want 5 more minutes of Low-Ki versus Flash Barker, and I completely agree with them. I would hate it to end like this, Tony.
Nick, and I show with so much respect and integrity behind it, this match cannot end on a draw like this. There should be 5 more minutes. The wrestlers, Low-Ki and Flash Barker themselves are saying, we want 5 more minutes.
The opportunity for this match to continue rests solely on the shoulders of head referee Steve Linsky, who seems to be talking to the wrestlers, but it seems to me he might be sticking with a draw. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Linsky's final decision is on this matter.
I mean, he is the head referee, Nick, so his decision is final, but you would think on a show, on a match of this caliber, that he would give them 5 more minutes. As we see referee Andrew Coyne coming from out the back, maybe he's going to help shed some light on this situation.
It looks like I'm being told that referee Andrew Coyne's been sent down. He's trying to find out what the situation is. I think he's talking to the wrestlers, he's talking to Steve Linsky. Low-Ki looks pissed, quite frankly, and I don't think Flash Barker looks much better. Hang on, Linsky's got the mic.
Flash Barker, the 20-minute time is allotted. My final decision, draw.
Well, that's it. I don't like it, Tony, and I don't think you'll like it if I know you well enough, and I'm sure the fans don't like it. It is a time limit draw. There will be no 5 more minutes. Look at the face of Flash Barker and Low-Ki. They are angry.
As you hear the chorus of boos ring out there at referee Steve Linsky's decision, the crowd, all they want is 5 more minutes. As we also see someone also run out from the back there, I'm not sure who it was. It was ROH champion Samoa Joe. He's down there, he's on the side of Low-Ki, he's on the side of the fans. Let's give them 5 more minutes.
Low-Ki's got the mic as well. Let's see if he has something to say. Tony, this is getting rather heated. Low-Ki said he didn't come here for a draw, and normally what Low-Ki wants, Low-Ki gets.
20 minutes was the time limit. 20 minutes was your time limit. This is my final decision. You two want 5 more minutes. You two want a decision. Well, let me tell you both something. You so much as like a finger on either opponent, and I got the point off. You lay a finger on him, you lose the point. You start, you lose the point. This match is a draw.
Nick, the referee's decision is final, and to emphasise the point, the referee has stated that if either man touches each other, a point will be deducted from their team's side. So obviously it's in Flash Barker's and Low-Ki's best interest to just maybe leave the ring. It's not giving the fans what they want, but obviously they want their company, they want their team to win. As we see AJ Styles as well coming down to ringside now. Ring of Honor, they want to represent the Code of Honor, and they want to give the fans what they want to see. But unfortunately the referee's decision is final.
Low-Ki and Flash Barker, they had a hell of a contest here tonight, and you know they want to face one more time. And there's the handshake. What a pair of honourable men they are, Tony.
Nick, that was an awesome match, and yes, I hope and pray that one more time we will see this match. It was a hard-hitting contest, and there wasn't a decisive winner. So one more time, Flash Barker versus Low-Ki.
Let's look at the situation now, Tony. Let's look at the point. We are draw. We are draw 2-2, ladies and gentlemen, and we have one more match to come. Jody Fleisch will go one-on-one with Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, owing to the draw, the final match will decide the
Can you hear the ovation for the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels? He may be as evil as they come, but I'll tell you one thing, Tony, he is truly the biggest obstacle in the Ring of Honor promotion. And tonight, he's going one-on-one with our golden boy of the FWA, Jody Fleisch. It's going to be a hell of a contest, Tony. After all, this will be the first time that Christopher Daniels and Jody Fleisch will have gone into the ring one-on-one ever since Christopher Daniels managed to wrestle the FWA heavyweight title away from the Phoenix.
That's right, Nick. Jody Fleisch is going to be looking for revenge here. He's also going to be looking for that point for the FWA. But in my mind, Jody's probably going to be looking for revenge first and foremost. If it wasn't for the Fallen Angel, Jody Fleisch would still be the FWA champion. Before this match can get underway, it appears Christopher Daniels has something to say. The Fallen Angel was after the microphone, and you can bet your bottom dollar the crowd in York Hall Bethnal Green are going to be listening.
You know what? I know who the hell I am. I don't need your help. And I'd like to correct the drum in front of me. I don't represent Ring of Honor. I represent the prophecy. Now then. You know what? She knows what she is. She doesn't need your help. Now then, the only thing more preposterous than Ring of Honor trying to put a code of honor on me is the Frontier Wrestling Alliance pretending that there's something special. You see, the truth is, the FWA was a pile of crap until Christopher Daniels was the heavyweight champion. In fact, if it was up to me, I would never even come back to this hellhole of a country. Be that as it may, I'm here tonight, not for the FWA, and not for Ring of Honor, but for the best damn wrestler in the world today, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. And tonight, I prove to all of you stupid fans and to Jody Fleisch why I am the best. And that's the gospel according to the Fallen Angel.
And here he comes, Nick, the former two-time FWA heavyweight champion, the Phoenix Jody Fleisch. You were right when you said these men haven't met in a ring yet since Christopher Daniels beat Jody Fleisch for the FWA title. Jody Fleisch is surely going to have revenge on his mind, but he's also going to think about getting that vital point in the FWA FWA need to walk out tonight the victors.
You gotta believe that Jody Flash will be feeling some good vibes here tonight. It was in this very arena, it was in York Hall that Jody Flash lifted the FWA heavyweight title in that phenomenal ladder match against Flash Barker at British Uprising. However, Tony, this isn't about British Uprising, and this most certainly isn't about the FWA heavyweight title tonight. Tonight is about Ring of Honor versus the Frontier Wrestling Alliance. Whomever wins this match will win it for their entire company.
It's true, Nick. Jody is going to be looking for maybe a little bit of revenge, but the emphasis must be on getting that vital point so the FWA can walk out tonight the victors.
Well, you heard what the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels said, though. He isn't doing it for Ring of Honor. He's doing it for the Prophecy. And I'll be very surprised if referee Andrew Coy can get Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels to shake hands with his opponent tonight.
It's true, Nick. As we know, the Fallen Angel never shakes hands. It's part of his Prophecy code. This match won't be about respect. It'll be about Christopher Daniels doing this for himself, doing it for the Prophecy, and trying to get the win once again over the Phoenix Jody Flash.
Jody now trying to lumber up as we're getting ready for this contest. Referee Andrew Coy was checking the boots of the Fallen Angel, and now he's going to check the gear of Jody Flash. He looks quite happy, and he rings the bell.
The bell is rung, and we are underway for the final match of Frontiers of Honor.
Christopher Daniels, look at that snake-like gaze he is giving to the Phoenix. Jody now, he must be dreading this contest in some ways, but in other ways, I believe he's anticipating it. He wants to clash with the Fallen Angel tonight. Oh, Jody's hand was slapped away, but he slapped Christopher Daniels right back, Tony.
It looks as though Christopher Daniels may try and use maybe mind games earlier on in this game, earlier on in this match. As we know, Christopher Daniels is a master of the mind game techniques, but it seems as though at the moment the crowd are firmly behind Jody Flash, and this is getting to the Fallen Angel already. As we see the Fallen Angel jaw-jacking with some fans up on the balcony, it looks as though Christopher Daniels may be leaving this match already, maybe going to fight some fans, maybe just walking out of the arena.
Referee Andrew Coy warning him there, if he leaves, he will lose this match via a forfeit or a count-out. And as a result, Jody and the FWA will win tonight. However, I think that'll be a very unsatisfactory way of ending this contest, even if you are an FWA fan. Christopher Daniels trying to clear the situation up with the ref, but he's just repeating that thing, Tony. He's got to get in the ring, and he's got to face Jody. Oh, he's calling the fans to the back, I think.
I think he's trying to call out some fans, Nick, but what he needs to do is not concentrate on the fans. Yeah, they may not like him, but what he needs to do is concentrate on Jody Flash. A win here tonight for the Fallen Angel. He might not see it as a win for himself, but it will be a win for Ring of Honor, and they will walk out tonight the victors. Christopher Daniels is back in the ring. It looks like we're about to get underway.
You've got to believe this will be a phenomenal contest. Both men look to be in the best shape of their careers, and the fans are firmly behind Jody right here tonight.
Both men circling each other now. It looks like we're maybe going for the first lock up there, and both men are lock up, fighting, jockeying for position, if you will. Christopher Daniels is backing off Jody Flash. Christopher Daniels with the waist lock takes Jody Flash down.
And he's floating around in very amateurish wrestling style, but Jody is dominating with a hammerlock. Very nice technique there. He's managed to spread the weight across, and he's putting the pressure right on the elbow joint to the shoulder with that hammerlock.
Maybe Jody Flash is going to go for the early win here, Nick. I'm not too sure. Jody Flash can submission wrestle as well as fly around. Christopher Daniels has made it back up to his feet and into a wrist lock onto Jody Flash.
I don't think either man are going for the quick win. I think they both know they're here for the long haul. But in the process, you've got to believe... Oh, Jody's flipping out. Nice little nip up. Oh, a beautiful little somersault there. And he's got the wrist lock himself. Sorry, Tony, as I was saying, you've got to believe that both men will be in for the long run. Jody will be looking for the 720 Phoenix DDT. Meanwhile, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels will be going for that devastating double underhook driver that he calls the Angel Wings.
It's true, Nick, as Jody Flash is still wrenching on the wrist lock there. Christopher Daniels is going to want to try and get out of this any way he can. He's trying to grab hold of Jody's knee, maybe. Christopher Daniels is back up to his feet, and he goes for the roll through. But Jody Flash, hold it on!
1, 2! No, it was only a 2. Christopher Daniels comes in. Jody now floats through a nice pinfall attack. 1, 2. No, kick out.
It was very clever thinking of Jody Flash there as he goes in with the waist lock and a takedown on Christopher Daniels. He's got his arms and into another pin. 1, 2, no! Christopher Daniels kick out 3 pinfalls in a row in succession. That was really quick, Nick. Jody Flash is trying to put Christopher Daniels away as quickly as he possibly can.
Oh, the Fallen Angel looks rather exasperated, not just at Jody, but at these very ugly ringside fans, quite frankly. And he even offered him a cigarette.
I don't know what goes through our fans' minds at some time. Christopher Daniels is not a man to be messed with, especially by anyone inside the audience. The only person that should be messing with him is Jody Fleisch. Jody Fleisch has bested him so far in this ring this evening. Christopher Daniels is maybe walking around outside the ring, trying to get some breath back, trying to wear Jody down by taking the momentum away. And there you see it, Nick, a thumb to the eye from the Fallen Angel.
I saw it, Tony, and it's allowed Christopher Daniels to take advantage. He jumps, oh, but Jody caught him on the way over, and he's got him, oh, there it is, into the headlock.
Jody Fleisch with a nice ankle lock there, floated over, back into the headlock onto Christopher Daniels. At the moment, it's starting out as a submission match. Not how I thought it would start out, but it's awesome to see nonetheless. Christopher Daniels is back up now. He does have his arms around the waist of Jody Fleisch. Maybe want to try and send him off, or send him up.
Oh, it looks like Christopher Daniels, being the bigger and more powerful man, was trying to lift and drop Jody. However, Jody held on, and he's got the headlock off the ropes, but he holds on.
Jody Fleisch managing to put the brakes on. Christopher Daniels was trying to send Jody Fleisch off into the ropes, maybe for a clothesline, but Jody Fleisch has been in a situation like this before, and he has fought Christopher Daniels on a few occasions, so he managed to put the brakes on, and he's wrenching, really wrenching in that headlock, Nick.
Referee Andrew Coyne is there in case there is a submission, but I doubt we'll get it from this early in the contest. Jody's got the headlock, meanwhile Christopher Daniels does have a waist lock, and he's trying to power out. He's put Jody to the top, and Jody just flipped over neatly. Headlock takeover. Christopher Daniels is down.
Nice headlock takeover from Jody Fleisch there, using the agility but still keeping the hold on. Jody Fleisch has not let that move go once, but Christopher Daniels in with a pinfall, but only a two. Jody Fleisch rolling back up, back into the headlock.
Looks like both men are trying to just try and pin each other quickly, but referee Andrew Coyne there. 1, 2.
Christopher Daniels in with another pinfall, but Jody Fleisch managing to get out there, and Jody Fleisch back over into the headlock. Christopher Daniels with a leg scissor. Jody Fleisch nips up and back into the headlock.
Remember, Jody Fleisch was trained by the phenomenal Dino Scalo, so you've got to believe he has a respect for the basics in this sport, and he's showing it right here. He is keeping the control with a headlock, and every time Christopher Daniels gets the advantage, he takes the head again.
It's true, Nick. Jody Fleisch has been working and working, and you can see Christopher Daniels is physically worn down. I think it would be stupid to think that he's out already, but it's definitely having an effect on him.
Right, referee Andrew Coyne was checking the arm of Christopher Daniels, but Christopher Daniels ain't out yet. You got to believe that this match will be far from over. They're still in a kind of a warm-up moment at the moment, but Christopher Daniels is starting to find out a couple of forearms to the ribs, and he's launched Jody.
He sends Jody off. Christopher Daniels up with the leapfrog. Jody Fleisch up with the leapfrog as well. Christopher Daniels with the sleep. Jody Fleisch with the roll through.
And now Jody with a headlock again, and Daniels is down.
It just proves the skill of Jody Fleisch. Many people write him off as just a high flyer, but he's proving at the moment he can wrestle with the best of them, and Christopher Daniels really is one of the best of them. Jody Fleisch still with the headlock, grounding Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels has had very little offense in this match so far, Nick. It's all about Jody Fleisch.
Don't believe that Christopher the shoulders down, but Daniels got it back up. You got to believe that Daniels is getting frustrated here. I don't think he was expecting this kind of match out of Jody.
It's true, Nick, as Christopher Daniels laying in a few blows there to the abs of Jody Fleisch, sends him up into the ropes. Christopher Daniels sends him up and over. Jody Fleisch now with the waist lock. Christopher Daniels off the rope, down with his shoulder block. Christopher Daniels in control.
He jumps over Jody, nice little flip there, kick to the gut. He's going to launch Jody again. Jody off the rope, he does the clothesline. Top rope, springboards over. Christopher Daniels sends him in again. Flip, oh, and that's a lovely leg scissors takedown.
Nice tilt-a-whirl leg scissors there, sending Christopher Daniels out to the outside. Now we know if someone's on the outside, Jody Fleisch can be quite dangerous. He's springing off the ropes, but Christopher Daniels saw him coming in with his shoulder block, and he sends Jody Fleisch into the corner. Jody manages to block it and reverse it. Jody Fleisch now up onto the side. Oh! Enziguri taking Christopher Daniels from the outside of the apron down to the mats outside the ring.
How fantastic was that, Tony? A top rope springboard into the side kick. And now, oh, it looks like Jody could be setting up for something rather special. He's got him in his sights. Springboard on top, and oh, no!
Moonsault, top right, Asai moonsault there, taking both men down. Jody Fleisch managed to half land on the rampway, which is quite a distance away. Both men are down at the moment. It looks as though maybe Jody landed a little bit harder than the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, but Christopher Daniels looks as though he may be heading for the higher ground.
Jody with a lovely stiff kick there to the ribs of the fallen angel. One to the side of the head. The angel is staggering. but you gotta believe it's gonna take a lot more than this. But I don't know why they're taking up the rampway. Remember, the 20 count is in effect here. If these two men get counted out, it will be a draw for tonight's competition. The Ring of Honor, knee to the gut. It will be a draw for tonight's competition. Referee Andrew Coyne removing the debris there, but it looks like Christopher Daniels setting up for it. Maybe a DDT or something, Tony.
We could see something quite devastating here from the Fallen Angel as he sets Jody Fleisch up. He manages to land on his feet and a kick to the gut of the Fallen Angel. Referee Andrew Coyne is letting this go because it's quite an important match. It looks as though Jody Fleisch, he's maybe going for a move of his own and a suplex onto the hardwood floor. Nick, that has got to be so painful on the back of the Fallen Angel.
The Fallen Angel got viciously suplexed by the Phoenix Jody Fleisch, and now Jody looks like he's leaving, Tony.
Nick, it looks as... Jody Fleisch has just walked back through the curtain. I'm not entirely sure why, but I mean, Jody Fleisch knows this match isn't over. It's going to take more than that.
Has he forfeited the contest, Tony? All I know is that Christopher Daniels is on the outside and there's no Jody to be seen anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the referee is, Nick, but if he is outside the ring, but here comes Jody Fleisch. Jody Fleisch does have a chair in his hand, and Jody Fleisch can be quite dangerous. He's also got one of the backstage crew to give him a hand. Maybe he's holding onto the chair for some reason.
What's going on here, Tony? Jody of the Rock!
What? Hurricane Rana from the chair on the rampway. And look, Christopher Daniels has landed on the mats outside the ring. Nick, as I stated before, during the six-man tag match, that must be about 50 feet in length. And Christopher Daniels has flown from the top of the rampway right down to ringside.
I don't know why Jody is so happy. Quite frankly, that should be a disqualification right there. Not only did he use the steel chair, he got the assistant of one of the lowliest backstage hands. Jody now climbing to the top. He's going to monopolize on this situation, Tony.
Christopher Daniels is standing on the apron. Oh, and Jody Fleisch with a caution spin there. It wasn't meant to be that time, Nick, but going back to something you were just saying, Jody Fleisch shouldn't be allowed to do that move, Nick. If the Fallen Angel with a devastating clothesline there, sorry, going back to what I was saying, if the Fallen Angel would have done a move like that, you would have wholeheartedly agreed and said, well done, Fallen Angel. And that move should have been disqualified as well. You have to be impartial, Nick. There's too much on the line, FWA versus Ring of Honor. But at the moment, it does seem like Christopher Daniels is maybe trying to build up, get back a little bit of offense.
Christopher Daniels now struggling up. That lariat took a lot out of both men, but I think it just took a little bit more out of Jody, quite frankly. He was turned inside out with that move. My Lord! And now Christopher Daniels, he's going to pick at Jody. He just punched him in the back there. Christopher Daniels holding his back, maybe a weakness there that Jody could monopolize, and now he's got him in the ropes, choking him out. Referee Andrew Coyne giving him a fine count to break the hold.
It's true, Nick, the referee there gave him a 5 count, he did break the hold. Maybe since Jody was using the submission style in the beginning of the match, Christopher Daniels is going to come back now with a power style and try and break Jody down, and with body slams and vicious moves like he's capable of, he will do so. The Fallen Angel is clutching his back though. That move from the top of the ramp obviously hurt the Fallen Angel, but at the moment he is standing tall and he is in charge.
The Fallen Angel now is picking him up for another body slam, and he hits it. He's trying to drive the wind out of Jody, and when you've got the wind in there, you can't do this slow technical style that Jody was trying to go for earlier on in this contest. And now once again George acting with the fans. I don't know if that's wise when you've got the Phoenix on his back.
It's true, Nick. It seems as though Fallen Angel and another body slam there for Jody. Maybe the Fallen Angel is just targeting one area. Maybe it's the back, maybe it's the head. But the Fallen Angel is injured himself. In for the pin. 2, and no, it wasn't a 3 count that time. The Fallen Angel, Nick, he was trying to shake the cobwebs up. And a vicious kick there. The Fallen Angel was trying to get his momentum back, trying to get into this match. And at the moment, breaking Jody down piece by piece, he's gaining his advantage.
Christopher Daniels sent Jody, and there's a nice back body drop. Did you see the elevation of that move? And Christopher Daniels smug, believing that he's on his way to victory. And there's the pinfall. 1, 2,
and a kick out. Nick, that was the 4th move in a row where Jody Fleisch landed hard on his back, and a stiff kick there from Christopher Daniels. And he's once again George acting with the fans. He needs to concentrate on Jody Fleisch, but with move after move targeting the back and head area of Jody Fleisch, he could walk out here the victor, and an awesome back suplex there from Christopher Daniels.
It's clear to me, Tony, that Christopher Daniels is trying to beat Jody to submission. And look at that legal throttle of the throat. Christopher Daniels complaining that was a pinfall, but I don't think so. Refs aren't that stupid, and quite frankly, sometimes I do wonder.
Christopher Daniels looking around, he's like, yeah, where's your boy now? See what I've done to Jody Fleisch? I've put him down, and I'm not going to let him back up.
And he's stalking Jody, and there he is, thumping onto the lower back of Jody Fleisch. But you can see that Jody still has that spirit rising within him, like the phoenix that he claims to be. Christopher Daniels whips Jody into the corner, and Jody hits hard.
Jody hits hard in the corner. Nick, I've thought about it. If you think about the last rights move, it's a head, a neck, and a back area move. If Christopher Daniels could nail that move, surely it would be all over for the Phoenix. Christopher Daniels is targeting the one area. He's working, he's a tactician. He's taking him apart piece by piece.
Regardless of what move he's going to use to end this match, it's clear that he is aiming for the back, the neck, and the head, as you were suggesting. Back elbow there by Jody. Jody setting him up, has a victory roll. He's going for it. He's got 1, 2.
No, a kick out from the Fallen Angel. Awesome victory roll there from Jody Fleisch. Jody Fleisch now in. It looks like both men are going for the backslide. Who's going to get the advantage? Is Jody Fleisch. 1, 2. No, the Fallen Angel managed to kick out.
Jody now going for another pinfall attempt. He gets it. 1, 2. Not quite yet. It was tight, but it wouldn't do. Oh, there's a chin breaker.
Nice.
Jody's been knocked senseless. And now, a beautifully executed T-bone suplex.
Sorry for cutting you off there, Nick. Yeah, that was a few awesome moves there from both wrestlers. A few pinfalls, trying to get a quick victory, but then going back to the power game. Christopher Daniels with a nice suplex. Now basically laying the boots into Jody Fleisch's head and back.
Christopher Daniels there, laying the boots into Jody, and he's unceremoniously kicked him out of what I presume he believes to be his ring almost, and now he is on the outside. Now, quite frankly, this could be a dangerous situation. You've got steel rail and steel post.
Jody Fleisch sent back first there into the ring, well, basically the ring post, the thing that holds the ring up. That solid steel, that has got to hurt. I mean, Christopher Daniels is as much of an FWA wrestler as Jody Fleisch, Nick. He is a former FWA champion. But at the moment, all he's caring about is laying the boots into Jody Fleisch and walking out of here 1 point richer.
Remember, Christopher Daniels has beaten some of the best in this business today, and quite frankly, it would not surprise me to see the Fallen Angel beat Jody Fleisch right here tonight. But the same can be said about Jody, which is why I believe this match to be so even. Now, the Fallen Angel, as he's rested, he's wrenching the back of Jody. This is a wise tactic here.
Look at what he's doing, Nick. He's basically got his knee planted right in the back of Jody Fleisch's back, and he is driving in. Jody Fleisch is firing up. He's getting to his feet. He's going to try and reverse it. He's trying to spin Daniels over, and he has done. Jody Fleisch has managed to spin round, but Christopher Daniels is back again and lifts him up once again. Blue Thunder Driver, sending Jody down 2. No! Jody Fleisch managed to kick out at the very last second. Look at Christopher Daniels. He's thinking, ref, what are you on? That was a 3 count.
After all those high impact moves, he hit the big Blue Thunder Driver, and Jody is still alive and kicking. I cannot believe that we have seen this much energy from the Phoenix. Off the ropes, he's tilting all around. Oh, and he just drives the knee into the back. Picks up Jody again, and onto the other knee. And now, it's clear, Tony, he's targeted the lower back. And now he's going to put some... Oh, here we go. The Ascension to Heaven.
Oh, the double jump moonsault, and he lands perfectly on Jody Fleisch's back. Jody Fleisch's back. He must be screaming in agony as the Fallen Angel there looks like he's got some kind of crossface maneuver on Jody Fleisch, wrenching his head back. This has got to be pure hell for the Phoenix tonight.
This will be bending the spine in an almost unimaginably painful way. And the Phoenix, Jody Fleisch, he needs to get to the rope if he wants to stay in this contest. Not many people can stay in the crossface, because if the pain won't get you, then your black unconscious state will.
It's true, Nick. This isn't the Jody Fleisch that we saw in the York Hall Bethnal Green before when he faced Flash Barker. This is a whole new Phoenix that I'm seeing tonight. The determination on Jody Fleisch is just awe-inspiring. He's trying to get to the ropes. He's trying to save the points for FWA, but Christopher Daniels is not prepared to let that hold go.
Jody's almost got to the rope, Tony. Can he grab it? And he does.
Jody Fleisch manages to get to the rope, and the referee is telling Christopher Daniels to break the hold. But Christopher Daniels has inflicted a heinous amount of punishment on Jody Fleisch's head, neck and lower back area.
The fallen angel Christopher Daniels is claiming it was one of the fans that put him off. He's pointing to all the fans, but the referee Andrew Coyne can't do anything for these fans. I think this was a silly mistake from the fallen angel because he might have allowed Jody to recover ever so slightly.
It's true, Nick, the fans are not on the side of Christopher Daniels at the moment. You can hear them shouting at him, and you can hear him trying to, no, I don't want to hear any of that. Calm down, I'm the fallen angel, I'm going to win this match. But Jody Fleisch slowly is getting to his feet, maybe on the comeback trail.
Off the ropes, Jody rebounds, takes him up, Tellewell, Jody onto his feet, ducks the clothesline, the step of Pinzaguri, and fallen angel, he's down.
That's right, Nick, both men are down now. Jody Fleisch saw the opportunity and he took it. Jody Fleisch is back up onto his feet. This is the Jody Fleisch we know and love.
It looks like Jody's building up all the momentum in the world. Whips the fallen angel off. Superb drop kick to the face of the fallen angel. Spinning heel kick. Angel down. Phoenix now picks him back up. Whips him out of the corner. The reversal. Flips over. Nice little flip there. And another Inzaguri to the fallen angel.
As the fallen angel is stumbling about the ring, surely the only thing that's keeping him up at the moment is the fact he's in an upright position. Jody Fleisch puts a foot on them and goes in for the pin. No. He's not going to pin him like that, Nick. It is about honor. As Jody Fleisch goes for the standing moonsault and hits it perfectly. And now a standing shooting star. Jody Fleisch! No, it was only a 2 count. Maybe if he'd have hit that move from the top rope, it would all be over right now. Jody Fleisch looks like he's heading up to the rings.
That's me. That moonsault standing shoots. Oh, beautiful Hurricanrana got the pin for 1, 2, close. I just wonder if that standing moonsault was more of a hot dog. I've got to wonder how effective it truly was. It may cost him because
Nick!
an overhead DDT. The Phoenix Jody Fleisch head was driven down into the mat, the cold, unforgiving mat of the ring. And now the fallen angel Christopher Daniels is signaling for the corner.
He's signaling for something, Nick. I don't know what we're going to see here. Are we going to see the Ascension again? But no, Jody Fleisch manages to move out of the way with the last bit of energy he had. Christopher Daniels now has to be all busted up inside as Jody Fleisch has managed to climb to his feet.
Daniels went to the well once too often, and now Jody up top. He catches him, he flips off onto his front, and he gets a Inzaguri of his own.
It's been Inzaguri central at the moment, Nick, as the fallen angel goes in for the pinfall. It was only a 2 count. Look at Chris Daniels. He's like, what do you mean, ref? That was only a 2 count.
I think that was a perfect display of Jody Fleisch's flexibility. That was one tight pinfall, but he kicked out. He's setting it up, Tony. He's setting up for the angel wings. If he hits this, it will be a... Oh, no, he flips up. Goes for the pin. 1, 2... Very close.
Very close there. The Phoenix managing to get the pinfall. And once again,
That's it.
No, the Phoenix got the pinfall on Christopher Daniels. He got the small package. What are we going to see here? Are we going to see a roll up? 1, 2, no. 1,
Whoa, 1, 2, 3. Surely that was...
Did he get it? Did he get it? No, obviously he didn't. Otherwise the referee would have rung the bell. Jody Fleisch with a vicious chop there to the fallen angel. As he sends him off the rope, Christopher Daniels managed to reverse. And once again into the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, Jody Fleisch manages to kick out once again.
Roll up, and another roll up there. 1, 2, kick out. The fallen angel getting frustrated. Fallen angel is frustrated, Tony, and you can see it. He's trying to put away this young, cocky man that is Jody. Oh, elbow to the face, a punch back in retaliation. Another. Jody now springs to the top, but an uppercut catches Jody.
A nice palm strike there from Christopher Daniels. It looked as though maybe Jody Fleisch was setting up for the 720 DDT, and if he'd have hit it, it would have been all over. But Jody Fleisch is still up on the ropes as Christopher Daniels is maybe setting him up for something, Nick. It's going to be a high-risk maneuver, and they call it high risk because it can end quite badly. But Christopher Daniels seems to be setting up Jody maybe for the superplex, Nick. I'm not sure.
Christopher Daniels is desperate to hit this superplex from the top rope. If he can hit it, it'll be a massive advantage for him. But Jody's managing to fight out now. Phoenix and Daniels, they're both fighting away, punching right and left. But Christopher Daniels, he's got the headlock though, but Jody forces him back down.
Jody Fleisch manages to force the angel down, and what are we going to see from Jody Fleisch here? Jody Fleisch is on the outside as he springboards up. Oh my word, Nick, have you ever seen anything as beautiful? 1, no, he manages to kick out 2. Nick, have you ever seen anything as beautiful as Jody Fleisch's shooting star press. From the corner, from the middle, it doesn't matter where he hits it, it's an awesome move. I'm just surprised that the Fallen Angel managed to kick out.
Looks like Jody might be going for another one. He's going to the outside, possibly to do another springboard maneuver. And he's signalling.
Nick, I've just seen something. Nick, what is that? It looks like he's going for the sun. No! Johnny Storm! Johnny Storm just used a chair. No!
No!
The Angel's wings! Christopher Daniels hit the Angel's wings.
One, two, three! And there it is! Tony! He got it! He got it! He got it! Johnny Storm ran that chair into the side of Jody Fleisch when the referee didn't see. And now, Johnny Storm wailing away on his hated rival.
Nick, do you know what this means though? Nick, FWA have lost, the Ring of Honor have won, and it's all because of Johnny Storm.
I wouldn't have minded if Ring of Honor won, but look at how Christopher Daniels and Johnny Storm have ruined this contest for me, for you, and for all the fans in the FWA. Oh, what's this, Tony?
It looks as though Johnny Storm is helping, surely not. Christopher Daniels has Jody Fleisch in the Angel's wings.
I'm Dino Scarlo. As acting commissioner, you just made a big mistake.
Nick, it's Dino Scarlo, one of the helpers of the Director of Operations, and both locker rooms are empty, and the FWA and Ring of Honor stars have run down to ringside. They are not happy with the actions of Johnny Storm and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Both FWA and Ring of Honor have come to the rescue of Johnny Fleisch, and now Johnny Storm and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, are in retreat. These two men have ruined the competition for everyone here tonight.
Nick, but Johnny Storm was backing away. Johnny Storm had a chair in his hand, and Christopher Daniels is talking now with Dino Scarlo. He's got hold of Dino Scarlo, and Johnny Storm seems to have grabbed the mic for some reason.
For 5 years, all I ever heard about was Johnny Fleisch and the FWA. With the hearing now, that's gonna stop. Because it's all about me.
Johnny Storm is effectively holding Dino Scarlo for ransom.
FWA, Johnny Fleisch, you can shove it up my arse.
Oh, very colourfully put there by Johnny Storm. I think this is disgusting.
Because you are probably the worst, fattest old school piece of shit in this business. Because you trained that goddamn loser. Dino Scarlo, I should knock your goddamn head into the 5th row.
Nick, I'm appalled at Johnny Storm's actions.
But we've got better ways to screw you, and that is ruining the FWA by making Ring of Honor beat you tonight.
Well, he certainly did that, though there's no shame losing to the Ring of Honor company.
You know, I think we were very loud and clear about our message, but it seems you don't really understand. So Johnny, explain it to him in a way they'll understand.
No! Dino Scarlo just got wiped out, and now FWA and the Ring of Honor locker room are after the Johnny Storm and Christopher Daniels. This is heinous. Dino Scarlo just got viciously attacked, Tony.
I can't believe the actions of Johnny Storm. I knew he was a small, bitter man, but I didn't know he'd stoop this low. Basically, he's just taken out his former trainer, taken out his mentor, taken out the guy that trained him and Jody, Dino Scarlo. He's run to the back like the coward he is. When any of these guys catch up with him, there's going to be retribution. Dino Scarlo has been busted open at the hands of Johnny Storm and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. Dino Scarlo is out on his feet at the moment. I am outraged at the behaviour. Nick, the blood of Dino Scarlo is on the hands of Jody Fleisch, but you've got to believe it's on the head of Johnny Storm. I've been Tony Giles alongside Nick London, and this has been Frontiers of Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good night.
We're gonna bust you open, leave you lying in the dirt.